Welcome to Sac City, folks. Following Storm Lake St. Mary's Panther basketball, bringing you Twin Lakes Conference action from Sac City at East Sac High School here at the elementary school in Sac City. Tonight's game, Twin Lakes Conference matchup between Storm Lake St. Mary's and East Sac. I'm Neil Cruz bringing you the action here on Fuller Digital Solutions. My main man Cam Cohn on the video and computer tonight. Nice, cold, wintry, blistery, windy drive on the way down here, but we're here and we're going to bring you Panther basketball tonight. We got about 3 minutes before the introduction of the girls' game, so what we'll do is we'll run down starting lineups here and kind of go over some team sets, whatnot. For East Sac starting tonight for the girls' varsity team, East Sac comes in coached by head coach Jason Phillips and assisted by Jake Randolph. East Sac Raiders come in with a 4-10 record, 1-5 in the Twin Lakes Conference. They're going to start this way. Number 5, a junior, Mary Bontrager. A senior, number 10, Caitlin Sagert. Number 11, a senior, Meredith Brown. Number 12, a senior, Carly Fisher. And also a senior, number 15, Alicia Thayer. East Sac comes in led in scoring by Bontrager, the junior, with about 11 points a game. And Meredith Brown, the senior, averages about 6.7 points a game, and she's second in the Twin Lakes Conference with 10.6 rebounds a game. So that'll give Sydney Hurd something to do down low tonight. What'll be an interesting matchup to watch Meredith Brown, the senior, go against Hurd, the junior. And now for your Storm Lake St. Mary's Panthers. Storm Lake St. Mary's comes in tonight ranked number 9th in Iowa Class 1A. With 11-1 record, 7-1 in the conference, coached by head coach Derek Varner and assisted by Nathan Anderson. Sitting second place in the Twin Lakes Conference, the only defeat is a 52-48 loss. It's a loss to Newell-Fonda, but like I've talked to a couple of the St. Mary's Panthers parents, it's hard to explain to the girls after a loss like that, but that to me that was almost a win. It's a loss in the column, but to get beat by a powerhouse like that by only 4 points, especially when you only played 5 girls all night, that was one of the gutsiest defensive performances I've seen in high school basketball in a long time. So the Panthers come in going to start like this. Senior, number 4, Danica DeMars. A junior, number 10, Natalie Green. A junior, number 23, Sydney Hurd. Senior, number 24, Carly Mills. And number 30, a senior, Emily Noteware. Panthers come in led in scoring by senior DeMars, averaging 18.1, second in the conference in scoring. She's also first in the conference in assists with 7.7. She's second in steals, 4.4, and ninth in rebounds, 7.2. You don't see many high school athletes, let alone girl athletes, with stat lines like that. Sydney Hurd with 15.5 points a game, fourth in the conference, and she's fifth in the conference in rebounds with 9.5. So that's your starting lineups for the Raiders versus the Panthers tonight. What we're going to do is we're going to step aside for a commercial, and then we'll come back, audio list, and let you watch the lineups and the national anthem, and then we'll bring you Panther basketball. You're watching St. Mary's Panther basketball on Fuller Digital Solutions.
You may think shopping locally is more expensive, but have you ever compared prices? Oftentimes you can find just as competitive or better price points by shopping at a local store. Snooks Carpet and Furniture of Sioux Rapids has everyday competitive pricing. Shop local in the new year for all your flooring, home furnishing, furniture, and just-in modern bedroom sets from Malou.
The original Snooks Carpet and Furniture in Sioux Rapids. On your way anyway. Visit us on Facebook or at snooks1.com.
Welcome back to Sac City, folks. Storm Lake St. Mary's Panther basketball on the docket for tonight. First, the girls' game here in Twin Lakes Conference action. Panthers come in 11-1, going to take on the East Sac Raiders, who are 4-10 on the season. Keys to the game, I would say, if you're East Sac, first you have to contain DeMars. You have to contain the senior guard. Second in the conference in scoring for Danica, and you would have to, you're going to have to match up with Sydney Hurd down low. If you're the Panthers, just run your game. If I'm the Panthers, I got to come into almost every game thinking that if we run our game, we can beat anybody. So there's what we think for tonight. So the tip in the air, Hurd against Bonstetter, East Sac doesn't even jump the ball. So Panthers will start the game with the ball. DeMars dribbles right side, off to Mills, top of the key to Green. DeMars circles back around and grabs it. She's going to dribble into the lane, kick out to Noteware. She's going to take it in right side, up and over, under, layup, no good. Rebound to Hurd. Her putback is missed also. Rebound down to Bontrager for East Sac. The leading scorer for the Raiders with about 11 points a game. The junior, number 5, Mary Bontrager. Hurd guarding Meredith Brown. That'll be a matchup to watch all night. Inside to Bontrager. It's blocked by Carly Mills, but they're going to get Mills on the foul, I believe. And Mills will pick up number 1. Bontrager will go to the free throw line, about a 66% free throw shooter. Ran a nice little give and go there on the right side with Brown. And she almost got it to go, but Mills got in the way, and they got Mills on the foul. First one's up and good for Bontrager to take an early 1-0 lead. Nice accommodations here in Sac City. Nice little second one's up and good for Brown. 2-0 lead. We're up in the corner of the gym on a nice little rise platform up in the corner. Nice view of the whole court. Nice gym here in Sac City. I didn't know with the high school being in Lakeview. I thought the high school we'd play them there, but I didn't know they played here. DeMars drives in left side, gets a left-handed layup to go. She put it up and it rolled around the rim, and she kind of sat there underneath it waiting for the rebound, but it rolled in, and she took off for the other end. She's going to be guarding Bontrager on the night. That'll be an interesting matchup to watch, junior versus senior. I guess I say every game coming in, DeMars will probably guard the best player on the other team, and it's always going to be an interesting matchup because Danica is such a unique player. Free throw line jumper put up by Carly Fisher. That's off the mark. Rebound down to Hurd. She outlets to DeMars. She'll pull it up and slow it down just over the half-court line. And inside to Hurd, right side. She puts it up and good. Hurd on the board early. Nice pass by Emily Noteware in the corner. DeMars down to Noteware, and she looked inside and got it over the top. That steal at the half court by DeMars. She dribbles right side, puts it up, left-handed layup, no good. And Bontrager's going to take it from the rebound and on the run down to Meredith Brown. She goes in against Hurd. On the right block, she passes back up top. Tipped away, but controlled by the Raiders. Tipped away by Noteware there. Inside, stolen away by... Going to be a jump ball call. Danica reached in and took it away from Carly Fisher and had about 2 dribbles away from her until the referee blew the whistle and called a jump ball. 4-2 the early score here in Sac City. Three-pointer put up, off the mark there by Fisher. Rebound down to Hurd. She gets it to Danica. Whether Danica gets the rebound or not, it seems like she's always in the area to get that ball right from whoever gets the rebound. Inside pass to Hurd, tipped away, stolen away by Fisher of the Raiders. So Bontrager will have it top of the key. Man-to-man defense on for the Panthers. Meredith Brown with it. Hurd comes out to guard her. Back top of the key to Bontrager. She dribbles left side, up and in, and she's going to get the bucket to go, and the foul is going to be called. Not sure who they're going to get. Bucket's good. Foul on black shirts, 24. They're going to get Carly Mills with her second early foul. Bontrager gets the bucket to go. And for the free throw coming off the mark, rebound down to Meredith Brown. So a tie ball game, 4-4. Missed free throw, but the Raiders control the rebound, so they set it up again. Bontrager drives left side, guarded by Natalie Green, and Green's not moving the feet fast enough, and she's going to get called for a foul herself. So 3 fouls called on the Panthers so far, none for the Raiders. Green picks up her first. 4-4 the score, just over the 5-minute mark. One bounce for Meredith Brown. She goes in, rebound down to Nowhere, and DeMars is going to run left side. She pulls it back and then goes again inside to Hurd, and she puts it up and in. DeMars drove left side and pulled the defense her way, and that's a nice little pass underneath the basket to Sydney on the other side, and she lays it up for 2. 2-point lead now for the Panthers. Fisher dribbles right side, picked up by Mills. Back top of the key to Sagert. Nice little give and go to Bontrager, and blocked by Sydney Hurd and saved inbounds, picked up by DeMars. She pulls it back about the free throw line and then drives back in, bounce past cross court to Noteware. Top of the key over to Green. Inside to Sydney. She takes one dribble, turned around, little one-handed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, little skyhook looking thing, and she gets it to go. 8-4, 4-point lead at the 4-minute mark for the Panthers. It looks like ESAC is trying to slow things down and run an offense, and most of the Panthers' baskets have been in transition or early possession baskets. Thrown out of bounds, bad pass there, thrown by Sager. Out of bounds, going to be Panther basketball. Number 2, Bianca Lamonas checks in for Natalie Green. So Panthers retain control. DeMars will dribble it slowly across half court. She's picked up by Thayer, the senior. Free throw line jumper, and the lefty gets it to roll in for DeMars, who picks up her second bucket of the night. 10-4 the scoring. 6-point lead for the Panthers. Brown with it, picked up by Hurd. She dribbles in, free throw line, stops, passes back out. Fisher with it. Sager, now Fisher. Brown's going to dribble in, picked up by Noteware in the lane. Tipped away by Noteware and grabbed by Bianca Lamonas. And DeMars is going to run left side. Cross court to Mills. She looks inside to her, but she holds it back. Lamonas, top of the key, in the corner to Noteware. She thought 3, but she pulled it back. I thought that was coming out. Then DeMars puts it up, and Danica sinks the 3 for a 13-4 lead at the 2:40 mark, first quarter for the Panthers. They got things rolling tonight. We need to get it into Hurd, and then we need to hit our outside shots, and things seem to be rolling. Defense is setting the tone, though. A lot of these scoring plays have been off turnovers, so you got to credit the defense for setting these things up. In the lane, Bontrager, she does a little back and forth, puts it up, no good. Rebound down to Sydney. She outlets to DeMars. She's going to cross-court pass to Nowhere right underneath the basket, and Emily gets on the board for 2. Nice transition basketball by the Panthers, and that's how they like to play. Thayer sets it up top of the key, guarded by Lamonas. Down on the left side to Brown. She's going to take one dribble inside. They're going to get, I believe, Emily. Number 30. They're going to get Emily Noteware for her first foul. That's 4 team fouls. A couple checked in for the Raiders. Kendall Quirk and Jen Ashinger. Check in for the Raiders. Early 15-4 lead for the Panthers. Top of the key to Fisher. Long 3 by Bontrager, off the mark. Rebound down to Danica. And she's going to transition basketball ahead to Noteware, 1 step, and she lays it in for 2. The ball never touched the floor on the Panthers side of the basket. Full timeout on the floor. We'll step aside for a timeout also. You're watching Panther basketball on FDS.
You may think shopping locally is more expensive, but have you ever compared prices? Oftentimes you can find just as competitive or better price points by shopping at a local store. Snooks Carpet and Furniture of Sioux Rapids has everyday competitive pricing. Shop local in the new year for all your flooring, home furnishing, furniture, and just-in modern bedroom sets from Malou.
The original Snooks Carpet and Furniture in Sioux Rapids. Rapids. On your way anyway. Visit us on Facebook or at snooks1.com.
Did you know it's easier than ever to find the live stream for your team now at fullerdigital.net? No more searching. One place for all your live streams. fullerdigital.net. Home and away. If we're covering your team, the live stream videos are at fullerdigital.net. Just click on your school and you'll find the stream. Thank you for viewing the FDS live streams, and thank you for sharing it with your friends and family so they can find the games too. fullerdigital.net.
Welcome back to Sac City, folks. Twin Lakes Conference action, early 17-4 lead for the Panthers. 1:25 left first quarter. Raiders had to take a timeout there to slow things down. The Panthers' transition basketball was just getting the best of them. Defense is setting the tone tonight. Meredith Brown in and to the block, and she's stopped by Hurd. Long three-pointer put up by the Raiders, no good. Hurd with the rebound, outlets to Danica. And she outlets to Lamonis underneath the basket, and she slips right through her fingers. Out of bounds, Raider basketball, I think that's probably the first turnover on the Panthers. Number 1, Ellie Richardson will check in for Bianca Lamonis to sit. So we got Mills with 2 fouls, but she is on the bench. Richardson and Green check back in. Over and back call on the Raiders. Turnover to the Panthers. That defense steps up again. DeMars with it, top of the key, dribbles right side. She dribbles around the defender, puts it up right hand. She puts it in for 2, and she's going to get a foul called. Bucket's good. Foul on number... I'm just far enough away. I can't see what the ref put up for fingers, so I'm looking at the scoreboard. Number 12, Carly Fischel picks up her first. Danica's free throw counts it good off the front of the rim, back of the rim, and then rolls in. Danica usually hits them. She's 80% on the season. 35 seconds left first quarter. 19-4 the score here in Sac City. Big early lead for the Panthers, but they got to keep their foot on the gas and keep this defense playing. Three-pointer up. Number 24, Jen Ashinger, sophomore, puts in a 3. DeMars will slowly bring it across, picked up by said Ashinger, who hit the three-pointer. 10 seconds, 9 seconds. Green with it, free throw line, gives it to Danica, driving the lane, 1 dribble from the right block. She puts it in off the bang board for 2 as the first quarter comes to a close. 21-7 the score at the end of the first quarter here in Sac City. Your Panthers with a commanding 14-point lead. We'll step aside for 30. You're watching Panther basketball on FDS.
You may think shopping locally is more expensive, but have you ever compared prices? Oftentimes you can find just as competitive or better price points by shopping at a local store. Snooks Carpet and Furniture of Sioux Rapids has everyday competitive pricing. Shop local in the new year for all your flooring, home furnishing, furniture, and just-in modern bedroom sets from Malou.
The original Snooks Carpet and Furniture in Sioux Rapids. On your way anyway. Visit us on Facebook or at snooks1.com.
Welcome back to second quarter action here in Sac City, folks. Twin Lakes Conference action between your Storm Lake St. Mary's Panthers and the hometown East Sac Raiders here, commanding 21-7 lead for the Panthers. Led in scoring by DeMars with 11, Hurd with 6, and Nowhere with 4. But in my opinion, the defense is the story of the game tonight. The defense is setting up this transition basketball, and they're taking care of the ball. I honestly think there was an errant pass that went through the hands of a Panther out of bounds there late in the first quarter. I think that was the only turnover they had. So they're playing good basketball. The ref inbounds it inside to Hurd on the block. 1 dribble, turns around, puts it up for 2. They called the teams out of the quarter timeouts, and the Panthers were set up ready to go. And they must have blew the whistle and warned them twice. And before the East Sac Raiders were even on the court ready to go, they handed the ball to Nowhere, who inbounds to DeMars and then to Hurd. So foul called. I believe Danica just picked up number 1, her first. So Raider basketball. Cross court. Ashinger saves it from going over and back to Brown in the corner, guarded by Hurd. She thought three-pointer, but she thought twice and pulled it back, had those Sydney's long arms up in her face. To Fisher, she dribbles in the lane over the top of the Panthers, and Fisher puts it in for two. Timeout for the Raiders. Let's see if we got a 30 or not. We got a 30. We'll step aside for 30 as well. Take a timeout from FDS, bringing you Panther basketball.
You may think shopping locally is more expensive, but have you ever compared prices? Oftentimes you can find just as competitive or better price points by shopping at a local store. Snooks Carpet and Furniture of Sioux Rapids has everyday competitive pricing. Shop local in the new year for all your flooring, home furnishing, furniture, and just-in modern bedroom sets from Malou.
The original Snooks Carpet and Furniture in Sioux Rapids. On your way anyway. Visit us on Facebook or at snooks1.com.
Panther basketball here with 7:21 left second quarter. Just underway second quarter. Raiders out of a 30-second timeout. They got a bucket, and then Coach Phillips needed to talk things over. Panther basketball, top of the key. Natalie Green in the lane, kicks back out to Noteware, three-pointer, and she nails it. I've said every game this year, that is her spot. Left side, about free throw line extended, where the free throw line hits the three-point line, that is her spot. And Emily puts it down to extend that lead, 26-9. Early lead here in the second quarter for the Panthers. Carly Mills at the check-in desk on the next dead ball. Will join him on the court. Raiders around the outside, top of the key. Fisher, she dribbles in over the top of Noteware. No good. Rebound down to Brown. Three-pointer up from the outside, no good. That was number 3, McKenna Steiger. And it's going to go out of bounds off the Raiders. Number 10, Sagert back in, and like I said, Mills back in the game. And Lee Richardson will take a break. Starters on the court for the Panthers. DeMars, Green, Mills, Hurd, Noteware. Mills with a long two-pointer and off the mark there. Rebound down to Ashinger. Gets it to Fisher, top of the key. Tough man-to-man defense. Brown with it again. She dribbles in against Hurd. Dribbles to the other side, out to Ashinger. Two-pointer, no good. Rebound down off of, it's going to stay there. Emily had it in her hands, and then it just bounced right out. Brown to inbounds into Fisher. She dribbles out to the three-point line, picked up by Noteware in the corner. Inside to Brown on the block. She tries to go up against Hurd, and they're going to get her for a carry of the ball. You don't see that carry call very often in high school basketball, but they got her for it. She was trying to go inside and outside versus Hurd. Sydney's inside on the block. She puts her hand up like, hey, give it to me. I'm open here. Get it into DeMar's free throw line jumper, and she softly left hand and just lays it through the rim. Nice little free throw line jumper, 15-foot jumper there. Three-pointer up by Ashinger off the mark to Danica. She's going to run with it mid-court. She motions the offense where to go. She pulls it back to Green. Left side, Mills. Down on the corner to Danica, inside to Hurd. One dribble up off the backboard, and she puts it in for two. Like I said the last game, I wonder how many times in the last 3 years, Danica to Sydney, they've done that little entry pass. Practice, games or not, I bet it's upwards in the 2,000 to 3,000 times. They said they got it down. Danica's just got that, how much arc she has to put on it to get over, and Sydney just seems like every time she gets the ball, she knows where she's at, one dribble, and she knows where to put it. Fisher throws up an errant shot off balance. Hurd with the rebound down, and they're going to get Meredith Brown for a foul on the rebound on Hurd. That's 2 on the Raiders. Brown's first, just the 2 team fouls. Bianca Lamonis will check in and give Sydney a well-deserved break at the 4:40 mark, second quarter. I think if I'm Coach Varner, with a 30-9 lead, do you try to sit Sydney the rest of the 4 minutes? I don't know. She doesn't have any fouls. I don't know if that's his intention or if he's just getting her a 30 seconds or not. Emily with a three-pointer from the other side. the left side to this time, free throw line extended, where that volleyball line kind of comes down and hits that three-point line. That is just her mark. Out of bounds, tipped out of bounds by Danica on the defensive side. There's going to stay Raider basketball. Raiders are inbounds on their end of the court, right side, just inside their half line. Inside to Brown under the basket up against Mills. She passes to the other side. Low layup by Thayer, rims in and out. It rolled around the rim like twice and then came out. Rebound down to the Panthers. There's Nowhere back to DeMars. Nice rotation of the basketball. DeMars will cut. Inside, nice, a cutting Natalie Green. Nice look by DeMars. Moving without the basketball, and it pays off. DeMars with it right side, three-point line, and saw Natalie Green cutting the basket and got it to her for a nice layup. And now they get Green on the other end to pick up her second foul. And instantly Hurd at the desk to check back in to get Green out of there with two. So Sydney got about a minute break there. Him bounce to Fisher right underneath the basket up against Bianca Lewis, and they're going to get her for a double dribble. Nice defense there by Bianca Lamonis. I think I've called her Lewis twice tonight. Bianca Lamonis. 3:30 mark here in the second quarter, 35-9. Panther lead. Down to Nowhere in the corner. In and out. Rebound to Carly right underneath the basket. She puts it up off the mark. Rebound down. Meredith Brown and DeMars didn't see it coming down, and it kind of hit both of them and went out of bounds. They're going to call it off Danica. Going to be Raider basketball. Carly Mills with an aggressive rebound there, and she bounced it once and went up for the next shot, and I think it kind of got hit out of her hand and went sky high above the backboard. You're not going to find anybody stronger and tougher underneath the basket to get a needed rebound than Carly Mills. She's that defense-minded three-pointer up by the East Sac over everything. Rebound down to Meredith Brown, but she fell on the out-of-bounds line as she came down with it. Ellie Richardson checks in for Bianca. So we got Richardson, Hurd, Nowhere, Carly Mills, and Danica on the floor. DeMars with it, Nowhere in the corner, inside to Hurd. Fights for it, turns around, puts it up for two. 12 on the night for Hurd at the 2:40 mark here, first quarter, 37-9, commanding lead for the Panthers. The Raiders just can't get things going on the offensive end due to the defense there. And just as I say that, Carly Mills knocks one away. Brown for a three-pointer, misses everything. Rebound to Danica, and she's going to transition on the right side. Dribbles picked up by Thayer. Cross court to Nowhere. Nice little tip pass to Sydney Hurd, and she misses but gets fouled. Let's see who we got the foul on here. I didn't even see who was down there. Going to call it on 11, number 11, I think. Going to pick up her first. Oh, Meredith Brown will pick up number 2. Number 11, Meredith Brown. It says she has down for 1. So Hurd misses her first free throw. That was transition there. Danica got it into Nowhere. Emily was wide open on the left side, but just as she got it, the defense came to her. She lobbed it up to Sydney, who put it up and missed both free throws. Missed both free throws there for Sydney. 2:10 left second quarter. 37-10. 27-point lead for the Panthers. Good defense there by Carly Mills. Shot up. Rebound down to Hurd. They're going to get a jump ball there. I really thought they were going to call Sydney on an over the back there. She had both hands elbow deep over the top of Meredith Brown. And they call a jump ball. State East Sac basketball. Side to number 22, free throw shot, free throw line jumper, no good by Quirk, the freshman. Rebound down. There's 2 Panthers and 2 Raiders on the floor going for it. Jump ball to the Panthers. .149 left as Danica crosses the half-court line. Sets it up to Emily. The elbow Back to Danica in the corner. Coach Varner yells out the offense, so Danica dribbles back up top, directs the offense where to go. Emily in the corner, up top to Carly. Ellie Richardson, good ball movement to Danica, left side. She dribbles in the lane, turns around, free throw line jumper, in and out. Rebound down to the Raiders. Quirk with it. Gets it out to Meredith Brown. Just over a minute left, minute 14. Free throw, long three-pointer put up. No good. Rebound down to Hurd. Coach Varner yells out 2. Danica gets on the other side of the half court, sets up the offense. Carly with it, three-pointer by Danica. Off the back of the rim, no good. Meredith Brown brings down the rebound. She's going to run with it, go right side against Sydney, dribbles in, cross-court pass, stolen away by Danica. And they're going to call a jump ball, and that'll stay on the Raider end with 44.5 seconds left in the first half. Raiders inbounds to Bontrager, but it's stolen away by Emily. Saw it coming. She stepped right in the way. Haven't heard much of Bontrager in this second quarter. The Raiders' leading scorer with 4 on the night. Haven't heard much of her in the second quarter. And like I said, kudos to the defense. Danica drives left side, puts it up, and good. Bontrager with it, 20 seconds, crosses half court. Three-pointer up, rims in and out by Fisher. 9 seconds, Danica with it, 6. As she crosses half court, 3, she sets up, three-pointer, open look, and she nails it at the buzzer. At the end of the first half, 42-9 the score in favor of your Storm Lake St. Mary's Panthers over the East Sac Raiders in this Twin Lakes Conference action here in Sac City. We'll step aside for a minute to hear from our sponsors, and we'll be back to recap the first half. You're watching Fuller Digital Solutions, bringing you Panther basketball.
You may think shopping locally is more expensive, but have you ever compared prices? Oftentimes you can find just as competitive or better price points by shopping at a local store. Snooks Carpet and Furniture of Sioux Rapids has everyday competitive pricing. Shop local in the new year for all your flooring, home furnishing, furniture, and just-in modern bedroom sets from Malou.
The original Snooks Carpet and Furniture in Sioux Rapids. On your way anyway. Visit us on Facebook or at snooks1.com.
You may think shopping locally is more expensive, but have you ever compared prices? Oftentimes you can find just as competitive or better price points by shopping at a local store. Snooks Carpet and Furniture of Sioux Rapids has everyday competitive pricing. Shop local in the new year for all your flooring, home furnishing, furniture, and just-in modern bedroom sets from Malou.
The original Snooks Carpet and Furniture in Sioux Rapids. On your way anyway. Visit us on Facebook or at snooks1.com.
Welcome back to Sac City, folks. Tonight's Twin Lakes Conference matchup between your Storm Lake St. Mary's Panthers and the East Sac Raiders, going the way of the Panther. 42-9 the halftime score. 21-7 score at the end of the first quarter in favor of the Panthers, and they extend that lead to a 42-9 halftime score, scoring 21 in each first and second quarter. Run down some scoring for the Raiders tonight. Led in scoring by junior Mary Bontrager with 4. Like I said, I don't think she played most of that second quarter. She didn't have any fouls, so I don't know. She come in there late in the second quarter, and I called her number, and I hadn't seen her in there for a while. She has 4. Jen Ashinger hit a 3 with 3, and Carly Fisher with 2 to make the 9. For your Panthers, led in scoring by senior Danica DeMars, hit that open three-pointer at the buzzer to give herself 18. Junior Sydney Hurd with 12 down low, and Emily Noteware hit 2 big threes there to start that second quarter to end the half with 10. DeMars with 18, Hurd with 12, Noteware with 10. Foul trouble, Natalie Green has 2, and starter Carly Mills with 2. On the Raider end, senior Meredith Brown with 2 fouls also, so really no foul trouble going. So that's your first half in tonight's girls game. we will step aside for let's go a minute of commercial, and we'll come back audioless, and we'll let you. I don't know if there's going to be any halftime festivities or not, but we'll let you enjoy the gentlemen in the crowds that are taking three-pointers and seeing what they got left in the tank. And we'll be back in a minute, and then we'll bring you second half action. This was the Buena Vista Regional Medical Center halftime show, bringing you the recap of the first half. Thank you to Buena Vista Regional Medical Center, and to the big thank you to the United Bank of Iowa, the scoreboard sponsor. Scoreboard on your screen all night is United Bank of Iowa, and a big thank you to all of our other sponsors, Snooks Carpet amongst some of them. Anybody wishing to sponsor on Fuller Digital Solution telecasts, shoot an email. I believe it's fullerdigital.net. Simon and Gabe will get you hooked up with some awesome commercials. Get your word out to all the fans watching Panther basketball. That's fullerdigital.net. We'll step aside for a minute and come back with more Panther basketball.
Did you know it's easier than ever to find the live stream for your team now at fullerdigital.net? No more searching. One place for all your live streams. fullerdigital.net. Home and away. If we're covering your team, the live stream videos are at fullerdigital.net. Just click on your school and you'll find the stream. Thank you for viewing the FDS live streams, and thank you for sharing it with your friends and family so they can find the games too. fullerdigital.net.
You may think shopping locally is more expensive, but have you ever compared prices? Oftentimes you can find just as competitive or better price points by shopping at a local store. Snooks Carpet and Furniture of Sioux Rapids has everyday competitive pricing. Shop local in the new year for all your flooring, home furnishing, furniture, and just-in modern bedroom sets from Malou.
The original Snooks Carpet and Furniture in Sioux Rapids. On your way anyway. Visit us on Facebook or at snooks1.com.
Welcome back to Sac City, folks. Second half action, Twin Lakes Conference action between the Storm Lake St. Mary's Panthers and the East Sac Raiders. Commanding 42-9 lead for the Panthers. Dominated the first half, led in scoring by Danica DeMars with 18, Sydney Hurd with 12. Emily Noteware hit 2 big three-pointers in that second quarter to keep things going with 10. Just total domination. But like I said, more in the first half. The offense, 18, 12, and 10, you can't ask for more than that in a first half of a high school girls game, but the defense sets the tone. The steals, the defense. Meredith Brown, the senior, averaging 7 points a game and 10 rebounds for the Raiders, doesn't have any points. Sydney Hurd playing tremendous defense against Meredith Brown. I said coming in that'd be kind of an interesting matchup to watch because Brown isn't not near as tall as Hurd, but she plays bigger than she is. And it's just been a dominating defensive performance by the Panthers. So keep your foot on the gas here, and 8 minutes, third quarter on the clock, ready to go. Ref inbounds, gives it to Emily. She inbounds to Danica, and we're off. Third quarter action here in Sac City on this cold, windy Iowa night. Emily calls for it, three-pointer right side and off the mark. Rebound down to Danica, but it's tipped out of her hands. Out of bounds, going to stay Panther basketball. I'm Neil Cruz bringing you the action on Fuller Digital Solutions. My main man, Cam Cohn, running the video and computer tonight. Three-pointer up by Danica, off the mark, off the backboard there. Rebound down to Bontrager. She's going to slow it down and picked up by DeMars at half court. Raiders trying to look inside, but they're throwing it around the outside. Fisher, Sagert to Brown in the corner. Sydney steps out with that big wingspan in her face. Cross court to number 15. Thayer puts it up, but they're going to get a foul called. I believe Natalie Green will pick up number 3. And I am correct for once. Green picks up number 3. Thayer will go to the free throw line. Shoots 60% from the line on the season, scoring about 2.5 points a game. First one's off the back of the rim, no good for the senior. Raiders as a team shoot about 60% from the line. Second one's off the back of the rim, front of the rim, side of the rim, and it falls in. Thayer on the scoreboard for the Raiders. Puts them at an even 10. DeMars with it, right side, Noteware. Errant pass past Danica through her hand. I don't know if she got through her hands. Danica had to reach for it, but out of bounds. And like I said, I honestly think that's probably only the second turnover in the game. Inbounds to Fisher. She's picked up by Noteware, top of the key. Try to get it inside to Brown, and she's met by Hurd, who puts it up. It's off of Hurd's hand and going to go out of bounds. Brown got the ball and looked up. She was kind of bent over as she looked up, and there was Hurd's 6'3", 6'4" frame with her hands extended. It had to have looked like the Empire State Building staring down at her. Shot put up by Bontrager, brought down by Thayer. She tries to get it to Brown, and it goes off of Brown out of bounds. Danica ran it down, but she stopped just short of picking it up right before it went out of bounds. So Emily will inbounds to Danica, and she'll slowly walk it down. Crosses the half-court line with 6:25 left for her third quarter. She's met at the top of the key. Mills and Hurd setting some screens. Natalie Green, three-pointer in the corner, no good. Picked up by Mills, put up, no good. Hurd with it off the backboard, puts it up for 2. I kind of thought they were going to get Hurd on an over the back there. She went over the top of Brown to grab that, but they're not. That's about the third time I've thought they were going to get her on that, and they haven't. So Bontrager drives in right side off the backboard, puts it in for 2. Adds to her total for the night, gets them to 12, 44-12. 5:50 left. DeMars slowly brings it down, sets up three-pointer, top of the key, drains it. Came down, and Emily set a screen for both girls that was guarding her and Danica and just stood there at the three-point line. Danica set up right behind her and put it in. Fisher on the left side. Hurd comes from the other block to put her hand out and swat it away, and they're going to get her on the foul. I believe they're going to get Emily on the foul. Nowhere will pick up number 2. Fisher makes her first free throw, 72% from the line. It's kind of odd to be this late in the game, 5 minutes left third quarter, and Sydney not have a foul. Second one's good for Fisher. 5 quick points here for the Raiders. Nowhere right side three-pointer off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound run down by Natalie Green. Gets it back to Emily. She dribbles, kicks back to Danica. She's on the right baseline. Top of the key to Green. Cross court to Emily. She dribbles in, one pass, puts it into Sydney, and it rolls in. Hit the right side of the rim, left side of the rim. I thought it was going to fall out, and it just rolled right back in. That puts Sydney at 14 for the night. Side to Ashinger, back out to Fisher, takes one dribble inside the three-point line and misses. Emily comes down with a tough rebound, outlets to Danica. Stops and lets the defense run by her. Green on the right side gets it into Hurd, one dribble, puts it up, no good, but she's going to go to the free throw line and get a couple charity shots. I believe they're going to get number 5, Bontrager will pick up her first. Sydney will go to the free throw line, 45% free throw shooter. First one's off the front of the rim. 57% free throw for the team. The Panthers as a whole. Sydney's second one rolls around the front of the rim, back of the rim, and in. Fisher with it, drives right side, kicks back out. Back to Fisher, guarded by Mills. Trying to get it to Bontrager, guarded by Danica, and she gets it in the lane. One dribble and off the backboard and puts it in for 2. 4-minute mark, third quarter here, 50-16. Three-pointer on the way by Emily, off the mark, rebounded by Ashinger for the Raiders, and she's going to stop just shy of half court and get it out to the point guard, Bontrager, who will drive in. Pump fake, put up in the air. Number 10, Caitlin Sagert, good. Her first points of the night. The Raiders already doubled up their first half score already just in the third quarter. Danica into Sydney, and she puts it in for 2. 52-18. Raiders have already scored 9 this quarter, scored 9 the whole first half, and they already got 9 here just 5 minutes into this third quarter. Meredith Brown with it, kicks back out to Fisher. Top of the key, Ashinger. Sagert with it, finds a cutting Fisher under the lane, left hand, and put it up on the left side, and she puts it in for 2. 6 on the night for Fisher. Timeout, full timeout on the floor by the Panthers. We'll take one as well. We'll be right back after this from our sponsors. You're watching Panther Basketball on FDS.
You may think shopping locally is more expensive, but have you ever compared prices? Oftentimes you can find just as competitive or better price points by shopping at a local store. Snooks Carpet and Furniture of Sioux Rapids has everyday competitive pricing. Shop local in the new year for all your flooring, home furnishing, furniture, and just-in modern bedroom sets from Malou.
The original Snooks Carpet and Furniture in Sioux Rapids. On your way anyway. Visit us on Facebook or at snooks1.com.
Did you know it's easier than ever to find the live stream for your team? Now at FullerDigital.net. No more searching. One place for all your live streams. FullerDigital.net. Home and away. If we're covering your team, the live stream videos are at FullerDigital.net. Just click on your school and you'll find the stream. Thank you for viewing the FDS live streams, and thank you for sharing it with your friends and family so they can find the games too. FullerDigital.net.
Welcome back to Fuller Digital Solutions, bringing you Storm Lake St. Mary's Panther Basketball. Twin Lakes Conference action here in Sac City against the East Sac Raiders. Commanding 52-20 lead for the Panthers here. 2:56 left third quarter. I'm Neil Cruz bringing you the action tonight. My main man, homie Cam Cone here, bringing you the video and computer work tonight. Set it up like a gem tonight. Emily Noteware, right side, dribbles in. Cross court to Carly Mills. Nice pass. Mills on the scoreboard. Nice look by Emily. Pulled the defense her way, and Mills did what she should do. Moved to the basket without the ball, and it was there. Brown with it, top of the key. Bontrager with it, right side. Good defense by the Panthers, just like in the first half. It's a defensive performance tonight. It's led to all the offensive accolades. It starts on the defensive end. Brown with it, left side, guarded by Hurd, goes out to the three-point line to get her. Right side, puts it up. Free throw line jumper, no good by Quirk, the freshman. Rebound down to the Panthers. Emily's going to go in right side, cross court to Green. She puts it up, no good, gets her own rebound, and she'll go get a couple free throws. Number 5, Bontrager will pick up number 2. And that all started with another really nice pass by Emily. She went in hot on the right side, and she saw Green open on the left and missed the first one, but she fought and got that rebound and then went right back up like you're supposed to and got the free throw shot. Second one's no good. Bianca Lamonis in to spell Mills for a little bit, and Richardson is sitting there waiting to take Green's place after she hopefully makes this free throw. Number 10, Sagert will check in for Brown for the Raiders. Second one's up and good. Green puts it in, and with that she'll take a seat for Richardson. So we got DeMars, Richardson, Lamonis, Noteware, and Hurd on the court. 55-20 to score. 1:47 left third quarter here. DeMars picks up Bontrager just on this side of the half. Free throw line to Sagert. She takes one dribble, kicks back out to Bontrager. Three-pointer, no good. Rebound down to Quirk. She kicks it back out. Three-pointer on the way from Steiger, the freshman. McKenna Steiger hits her first bucket of the night. 55-23, 32-point lead. Emily takes one dribble in from the three-point line and nails it. 57-23, 34-point lead. Iowa high school rules, you hit a 35-point lead and it's a running clock until it's cut down to a 25-point lead. Bontrager with it, guarded by DeMars at the free throw line. One bounce pass in, kicks it back out. Free throw line jumper by Steiger. No good by Sagert, DeMars will run with it. She steps back into Hurd, one dribble on the right block, and she puts it up and in and counts for 2. And there's your 36-point lead, stolen away by DeMars on the inbounds pass, and she waits for more teammates to come down. Emily cross court to Sydney, and she counts it, and she'll get the foul. Number 22, Quirk. Kendall Quirk, the freshman, will pick up number 1. Danica had that about the left block. Kicked it out to Emily, wide open for a 3, but she saw Sydney cutting to the basket on the other side. Got it to her, and she got the bucket and the foul, and she puts the free throw in. That puts Sydney at 23 for the night. Danica with 21, and Emily with 12. Steiger drives the right side, left side, and puts it in for 2. Faked the three-pointer, a couple dribbles, and put it in off the backboard on the left side. 8 seconds left. Danica crosses half court. Signals for the offense to start. 4 seconds. Sets the screen by Emily. Long three-pointer by Danica. And she nails it at the buzzer. It's going to be good. It looked like they were going to call a foul on that one because she ended up laying on the ground, but no foul call. 67-25 the score at the end of the third quarter. Danica just can't miss tonight. That's the third quarter. We'll step aside for 30 to hear from our sponsors. We'll be right back after that.
You may think shopping locally is more expensive, but have you ever compared prices? Oftentimes you can find just as competitive or better price points by shopping at a local store. Snooks Carpet and Furniture of Sioux Rapids has everyday competitive pricing. Shop local in the new year for all your flooring, home furnishing, furniture, and just-in modern bedroom sets from Malou.
The original Snooks Carpet and Furniture in Sioux Rapids. On your way anyway. Visit us on Facebook or at snooks1.com.
Welcome back to the fourth quarter here in Sac City, folks. Visiting St. Mary's Panthers taking on the hometown East Sac Raiders here, commanding 65-25 lead for the Panthers. Danica DeMars with the big, long NBA Jeff Moe three-pointer at the end of the third quarter there. If you've listened to Fuller so far this year, you've heard me talk about long three-pointers. I always refer to long three-pointers as Jeff Moe three-pointers. If you're a old-time Hawkeye basketball fan like I am, mid to late 80s, late 80s, I believe, Jeff Moe was a Hawkeye guard. And I remember Tom Davis always saying Jeff Moe had the green light as soon as he crossed half court. And whenever there's a long three-pointer taken, I call it a Jeff Moe three-pointer. So that was a Jeff Moe three-pointer there for Danica. Put her at 24 on the night. Three-pointer put up by the Raiders there. No good. Rebound down to Natalie Green. Outlets to Danica, and she's going to run with it. She pulls it back to get some help cross-court to Lamonis. Green, Natalie Green under the basket, and she puts it in. 5 points for Natalie on the night. Raiders with it, top of the key. Dribbles right side, Bontrager. Dribbles back into the lane against Noteware. Bounce pass to, going to be a travel 3-second call. Sager had it in the lane, took a dribble to go up, and they called 3 seconds in the lane. Running clock. 35-point lead plus. Running clock until it's down to a 25-point lead. Danica to Sydney. Long three-pointer put up by Danica, and she drains it. (70-25). Going to be a line change for the Panthers on the next dead ball. We got 4 new Panthers at the desk ready to check in. Brown with a free throw line jumper. Rebound down to DeMars, and she's going to run with it. She slows down right about the half-court line. Inside to Sydney, one dribble, turned around, puts it up off the glass, and good. That is a combination you do not get tired of watching. Sydney is just so soft around the basket. She just seems like no matter where she's at, she knows exactly where she is and where she's at. Just no matter where she is, she knows how hard or how soft she's got to put it up. DeMars with it, outlets to Green, and she fumbles it, and it's out of bounds, and we're going to have a slew of new Panthers in the game. Emily will take a seat, Carly will take a seat, Danica will take a seat, and Sydney will take a seat. Standing ovation by the Panther crowd as we have Ellie Richardson, Bianca Lamonis, number 12, Avery Smith, number 34, Autumn Winchell, Natalie Green in the game. Richardson, Lamonis, Green, Smith, and Winchell. Stolen away by Green. She gets it to Richardson. Outlets to Green. To Lamonis in the lane, and she took an extra step. 5:30 left in the game, 72-25 as they turn over to the Raiders. And the Raiders inbounds it with nobody down there to inbounds it too, so they throw it into about half court to Steger, the freshman. Gets it to Fisher, top of the key. Panthers in a man-to-man defense. Fisher with it, guarded by Winchell. She drives in the lane, one dribble, puts it up, bounces, no good. Brown with it and puts it back up, gets her own rebound. Meredith Brown decides to dribble it back out and set it up cross court to Fisher. 15-footer, no good. Rebound down to Brown. And she's guarded by Green, and Green will pick up number 4. That's just the second foul this half on the Panthers, number 4 on Green. 7 points for Natalie tonight. Bucket put in by number 11, Meredith Brown, with her first bucket of the night. 72-27 the score with 4:25 left here, fourth quarter. Twin Lakes Conference action from Sac City tonight, bringing you Storm Lake St. Mary's basketball against the East Sac Raiders. You're watching Fuller Digital Solutions. I'm Neil Cruz bringing you the action. My main man, Cam Cohn, on the computer. Going to be a foul called. I believe they're going to get Carly Fisher. Yeah, number 12. Carly Fisher will pick up number 2. Natalie Green will inbounce underneath her own basket. 4 minutes running clock left in the game. Panthers run the play. Gets it into Bianca Lamonis. Back to Green. She dribbles into the baseline, into the block, puts it up, no good. Rebound controlled by Meredith Brown, and she's going to run with it. Outlets down to Sagert, cross court. Nice little basket, no good by Thayer. Out of bounds, and they're going to call Panther basketball. Good hustle back defense on the Panthers there. Ellie Richardson will control. Over to Lamonis. Inside, she puts it in. They're going to get Lamonis on a travel. She took one extra little step before she let that go. Raiders down. Stager thought three-pointer, but she pulled it back. Dribbles around, kicks back out. Thayer right side underneath the basket to Brown, and she puts it up. Rolls out, no good. Ellie Richardson with the rebound, and they're going to get a jump ball called, and the possession arrow is to the Raiders. So the Raiders will keep it underneath their own basket. 2:30 left here in the fourth quarter. Inside to Stager, left side, three-pointer, and she drains it. That's 2 big three-pointers for McKenna Stager tonight, the freshman. She picks up Richardson at the half court. Tough defense inside to Lamonis, but it's stolen away by Brown and then knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay Panther basketball. Bontrager and Ashsinger, the sophomore and senior, check in for the Raiders. 2-minute running clock as we speak. 72-30 the final, or the score here with 2 minutes left in the girls' game in the fourth quarter. Tipped away, tipped out of bounds by Fisher. It'll stay Panther basketball. East Sac boys team over in the corner of the gym waiting for their turn. Stolen away by Meredith Brown, and she takes it the length of the floor, puts it up off the glass and in for 2 for the Raiders. Looking forward to an interesting boys game tonight. It should be anyway. Both boys teams sitting about just under middle of the pack in the Twin Lakes Conference. Green dribbles around the whole side on the right side, misses the layup. Rebound down to Brown, and she outlets down to Ashsinger, cross court to Stager. Nice little pass, and she puts it in for 2. McKenna gets the bucket, and she'll get a free throw to go along with it. I believe they're going to get number 1, Ellie Richardson, with her first foul. And the freshman, McKenna Stager, will go to the line for free throws. 50% free throw shooter on the year. 5 points a game on the season. Misses her free throw. Rebound down to Avery Smith. Gets it to Bianca Lamonis with 1 minute left on the clock in the girls' game. Commanding 72-34 lead for the Panthers in this tonight's Twin Lakes Conference action. Gets it to Lamonis on the left side. She dribbles. Out of bounds, going to be tipped out of bounds. They're going to say it's going to go off Lamonis. It's going to be Raider basketball. Meredith Brown will inbounds. Bontrager with it. She outlets down to Stager. Sits up in her spot. She nails another three-pointer. That puts her at 11 for the night. 25 seconds. Tipped out of bounds by the Raiders. Going to stay Panther basketball. Raiders into some pressure. They get it into Avery Smith, and she dribbles around the Raiders defense up to Avery. So that was Wenchel with it, up to Avery Smith. Now Lamonis over to Green. Richardson throws one up, no good. Rebound down out of bounds. It's going to stay on that end, and that's game, folks. 72-34, 37 the final score. 72-37 in the girls' game here. Commanding win by the Panthers as the girls go through the line shaking hands. We'll step aside for 1 minute. We'll come back and we'll recap the girls' game on Fuller Digital Solutions. You're watching St. Mary's Panthers basketball.
You may think shopping locally is more expensive, but have you ever compared prices? Oftentimes you can find just as competitive or better price points by shopping at a local store. Snooks Carpet and Furniture of Sioux Rapids has everyday competitive pricing. Shop local in the new year for all your flooring, home furnishing, furniture, and just-in modern bedroom sets from Malou.
The original Snooks Carpet and Furniture in Sioux Rapids. On your way anyway. Visit us on Facebook or at snooks1.com.
Did you know it's easier than ever to find the live stream for your team? Now at FullerDigital.net. No more searching. One place for all your live streams. FullerDigital.net. Home and away. If we're covering your team, the live stream videos are at FullerDigital.net. Just click on your school and you'll find the stream. Thank you for viewing the FDS live streams, and thank you for sharing it with your friends and family so they can find the games too. FullerDigital.net.
Welcome back to East Sac City, folks. Final in the girls' game tonight, Twin Lakes Conference action. The St. Mary's Panthers come in and take down the East Sac Raiders 72-37 in commanding fashion. And in my opinion, led by the defensive end, led to the transition basketball that St. Mary's likes to play. Run down some scoring tonight. First for the Raiders, led in scoring by freshman McKenna Stager, come in and big on the three-point side, hitting 13 points tonight. Mary Bontrager, the junior, with 8. Carly Fisher with 6. Meredith Brown with 4. Jen Ashinger hit a three-pointer to have 3. And Caitlin Sagert, the senior, rounding out with 2. Now for your St. Mary's Panthers, led in scoring by senior guard Danica DeMars with 28. And junior post player Sydney Hurd with 26. Emily Nowhere hit 2 big threes to keep that second quarter going. Ended up with 12. Natalie Green on the scoreboard with 5. And Carly Mills got a bucket for 2. Not very often in girls high school basketball do you have teammates go 28 and 26. But when you do, you know it's going to be a commanding lead. I did a game last week up in Orange City and called a game for Unity Christian, the #1 team in Iowa girls 3A, and got the pleasure of calling a game up there and watching the Gracie Schoenhoven and Tyra Scheidemann go for 30 and 24 that night. And this effort tonight on the behalf of Danica, Sydney, and the whole Panthers as a whole, going 28-26, reminded me of that showing. I don't keep track of missed buckets, but I'm going to guess that the shooting percentage was very, very, very high for those two, let alone the Panthers as a whole. So that's your rundown. The Panthers had a 21-7 lead at the end of the first quarter, 42-9 lead at halftime, 65-25 at the end of the third quarter, and pull away with a 72-37 Twin Lakes Conference victory over the East Sac Raiders, taking the Panthers to a 12-1 record and 8-1 in the Twin Lakes Conference, and still Iowa's Class 1A 9th-rated team, gearing up with about, I think we got about 5 or 6 games left, gearing up for that postseason run that the Panthers are eager to start. So I'm Neil Cruz bringing you Fuller Digital Solutions broadcast of St. Mary's Panthers basketball. Boys on the court getting ready for their game. We'll step aside for 2 minutes, and we'll come back, and we'll bring you the Buena Vista Regional Medical Center pregame show for the boys tilt tonight. You're watching FDS bringing you Panther basketball.
You may think shopping locally is more expensive, but have you ever compared prices? Oftentimes you can find just as competitive or better price points by shopping at a local store. Snooks Carpet and Furniture of Sioux Rapids has everyday competitive pricing. Shop local in the new year for all your flooring, home furnishing, furniture, and just-in modern bedroom sets from Malou.
The original Snooks Carpet and Furniture in Sioux Rapids. On your way anyway. Visit us on Facebook or at snooks1.com.
Did you know it's easier than ever to find the live stream for your team now at FullerDigital.net? No more searching. One place for all
Welcome back to Sac City, folks. Now it's boys' time for basketball. Twin Lakes Conference action between the Storm Lake St. Mary's Panthers and the hometown East Sac County Raiders. Run down some team stats, what they do as a team, and some leaders on the team, starting lineups and whatnot, and then we'll get to some real action on the court tonight. First, for the home team, East Sac County Raiders. They come in with a 6-8 record, 3-3 in the conference, led by head coach Todd Bontrager, assisted by Riley Payson, Bryant Clare, and Kevin Kroger. Like I say, they come in with a 6-8 record, 3-3 in the conference, and the Raiders are going to start this way. Number 4, a 6-foot junior, Weston Drost. Number 5, a junior, 6'1", Aiden Vondrak. A senior, 6'4", number 10, Tyler Schmidt. And if I remember right, he's our UNI football recruit. Number 25, a 6'3" senior, Cale Neas, and another 6'3" sophomore, Luke Wright. So East Sac goes 6'4", 6'3", 6'3". Sounds like to me like Tanner and Bennett and Pablo got their work cut out for them tonight. Now for your Storm Lake St. Mary's Panthers. Come in tonight with a 4-8 record, 2-5 on the conference in Twin Lakes action, led by head coach Steve Ryan and assisted by Caden Howard. They're going to start this way tonight. For the Panthers, number 10, senior Mason Lavin, junior number 20, Lane Carlson, senior number 34, Tanner Fiorentino, junior number 42, Bennett Smith, and senior number 52, Pablo Pasquiel. The Panthers come in led in scoring by number 10, Mason Lavin, running at 17 points a game. That's good for 8th in the Twin Lakes Conference. And big man Pablo Pasquiel comes in 8 points a game, 9.5 rebounds, which gets him third, good for third in the for rebounds in the conference with 9.5. The East Sac County Raiders come in led in scoring by big man Tyler Schmidt, 20 points a game, good for 4th in the conference, and 10 rebounds a game, good for 1st in the Twin Lakes Conference action. I got to go to an East Sac, played my hometown Cherokee Braves a couple weeks ago and got to go to that. And Schmidt is a force to be reckoned with down low, very athletic for a big man, moves around, plays big, but super, super athletic for a guy that is as big as he is. So he's a dangerous guy to go against and a hard one to defend. So we got a minute left on the clock. They're going to do some starting lineups, and we'll get going. No national anthem here because we did that before the girls game. So we'll step aside for 1 minute for some commercials from our sponsors, and we'll bring you back to more FDS and Panther basketball.
You may think shopping locally is more expensive, but have you ever compared prices? Oftentimes you can find just as competitive or better price points by shopping at a local store. Snooks Carpet and Furniture of Sioux Rapids has everyday competitive pricing. Shop local in the new year for all your flooring, home furnishing, furniture, and just-in modern bedroom sets from Malou.
The original Snooks Carpet and Furniture in Sioux Rapids. On your way anyway. Visit us on Facebook or at snooks1.com.
Welcome to Sac City Raider basketball. Tonight the Raiders play hosting the Panthers of Storm Lake St. Mary's. We remind you that English classic events are an extension of the Varsity that lessons are best learned when the proper respect is given to everyone. Please, get your good sportsmanship shown your game. And now let me introduce the starting lineup for our visitors for Panthers. The senior, number 10, Mason Lavin. The junior, number 20, Lane Carlson. The senior, number 34, Tanner Fiorentino. The junior, number 42, Bennett Smith. And the senior, number 52, Pablo Pasquiel. The Panthers are coached by Steve Ryan and assisted by Caden Howard. And now let me introduce the starting lineup for our East Sac.
Welcome back to East Sac, folk. East Sac County High School in Sac City. I guess we're at the elementary school, but they play the high school games here. High school is in Lakeview. We just brought you the Buena Vista Regional Medical Center pregame show for the boys' game. We did some lineups, we set some stats, and now we're ready for the action. Senior Tyler Schmidt will jump the center circle against Bennett Smith from the Panthers. The ball is in the air. Game time controlled by Drost for the Raiders. Off to Schmidt. Top of the key, Niehaus. Schmidt guarded by Tanner has him tonight. Luke Wright, the sophomore, puts one up and misses. Rebound down to Lavin. Panthers set up the offense. A couple teams tonight that are about the midway pack on the Twin Lakes Conference. 6-8, 4-8 overall, so it's going to be a good competitive game. Inside to Pablo, he kicks to Lane Carlson, top of the key. Cross court to Mason Lavin to Tanner. Fiorentino kicks it back out, but it's kind of threw it to a spot right between Lavin and Smith, and neither are they I think they both thought the other guy was going to get it, and a turnover on the Panthers. It will be East Sac County Raider basketball. Drost will start it. He'll drive in the lane. Dish off to Schmidt, and he puts it up for two. And Tyler gets the Raiders on the board. An early 2-0 lead for the Raiders. The very athletic senior Tyler Schmidt, the UNI football recruit, will be a hard one to defend tonight. Pablo in the lane, takes one dribble, gets it off to Tanner under the basket. He puts it up. Going to be fouled. He's going to get a couple free throws. I believe they're going to get sophomore big man Luke Wright with his first. Tanner Fiorentino, the senior, will go to the line, shoots 56% from the line, comes in averaging about 6 points a ball game. First one's up for Tanner, rolls around the rim and in for good. Panthers on the scoreboard. The referee bounces the ball to Tanner. 3 dribbles with the left hand, 3 dribbles with both hands, spin of the ball, puts it up and in for 2. For 1 there, 2 free throws, tie the ball game. Drost with it. Lavin will pick him up about the volleyball line. To Schmidt at the free throw line. He dribbles right side. Ducking up and under into the lane. No good. Rebound down to big man Luke Wright, and he puts it back up for 2 for the Raiders. Bennett Smith to Pablo in the right corner. He dribbles back up top. Cross court to Lavin. Into the corner, Bennett Smith drives in the lane, takes one dribble, kicks back out to Lavin. Lavin dribbles up top, gets it to Smith. Good defense, man-to-man defense by the Raiders. Oh, they're in a 2-3 zone. Good movement there. Best way to beat a zone defense is ball movement. Cross court to Lavin, 3-pointer off the rim, no good. Rebound down to Schmidt. He gets it out to Drost, up court to Niehaus. One dribble on the left side from the block, and he puts it up and in for Kale. Gets a basket for an early 6-2 lead for the Raiders. The Raiders will settle into that 2-3 zone with Wright in the middle with that long wingspan. Says he's 6'3", but his wingspan's got to be about 7 foot. Bennett Smith, 3-pointer, top of the key, off the backboard, no good. Rebound down to Schmidt, gets away with a travel on the rebound. Underneath the basket, he almost stepped out of bounds. Drost with it. Mason Lavin picks him up, top of the key, screen set, free throw line jumper. Rims in and out, no good. Rebound down to Schmidt, but Lavin took it right out of his hands. And Lavin's going to come down right side. Going to drive into the lane. Jumper about 10 foot, no good. Rebound down to Pablo. One dribble cross court, but it's stolen away. He tried to get it across to Tanner, who was wide open, and Niehaus stuck his hand in there, and he took it away. Niehaus into Wright. Kicks it back up top to Schmidt. Cross court to Drost. He drives in the lane, bounce pass to Wright, 10-foot jumper off the side of the rim, no good. Rebound down to Bennett Smith, and the Panthers control. Lavin with it, he'll walk it across the half-court line. 4:30 left here, first quarter, 6-2 the early score in favor of the Raiders. Tough 2-3 zone they're playing. The Panthers having trouble getting ball movement. Cross court to Lavin in the corner, 3-pointer, and he nails it. Mason Lavin on the board. trying to have a recreation of his hot night that he had the other night. Last Friday, homecoming win, had 29 and hit some big three-pointers in the second half to keep that lead for the Panthers as they pulled away and got a win against Manson Northwest Webster in a really close one. Niehaus with a three-pointer of his own at the top of the key, and Kale hits it. And we're going to have a timeout, 30-second timeout. We'll take one, too. We'll be right back after this from our sponsors. You're watching FDS and Panther Basketball.
You may think shopping locally is more expensive, but have you ever compared prices? Oftentimes you can find just as competitive or better price points by shopping at a local store. Snooks Carpet and Furniture of Sioux Rapids has everyday competitive pricing. Shop local in the new year for all your flooring, home furnishing, furniture, and just-in modern bedroom sets from Malou.
The original Snooks Carpet and Furniture in Sioux Rapids. On your way anyway. Visit us on Facebook or at snooks1.com.
Back here at Sac City, folks, for Twin Lakes Conference action between the visiting Storm Lake St. Mary's Panthers and the East Sac County Raiders. The girls with St. Mary's girls with a commanding 72-37 win tonight in the first tilt of this game. Now the boys' game underway, an early 9-5 lead for the East Sac County Raiders over the Panthers. Lane Carlson controls. He'll bring it across half court. Carlson, Lavin, Fiorentino, Pablo, Pasquiel, and Bennett Smith on the floor. Smith drives in the lane, kicks it out to Lavin, but it's tipped away and stolen by number 12 for the Raiders. I don't have a number 12 on my scorecard here. I'm going to try to reach over and grab my program. Foul called on the Panthers. Number 52, big man Pablo, picks up number 1. 33, Luke Wright will go to the line for free throws. He makes his first. The sophomore's a 42% free throw shooter. Number 12 for the East County, Carter Ludwig in the game. He is number 23 on my list, so I'll change that to number 12, so we don't have to do that again. Second free throw is no good. 10-5 the score in favor of the Raiders. Bennett Smith steps in, takes a step inside the three-point line. Off the mark with that one. Rebound down to Niehaus. He gets it out to Drost. Ahead to Schmidt. He thought three-pointer on the right side, but he pulled it down. Gets it back to Drost, top of the key. Screen set by Wright. Little give and go, but it didn't pull the trigger on it. Gets it to Schmidt, left side. He dribbles in, kicks back out. They're going to get Schmidt on a travel. He ran into Bennett Smith and Fiorentino's defensive set, and he kind of drugged that pivot foot. Turnover to the Panthers. Just under the 3-minute mark here in the first quarter. 10-5 the early lead for the Raiders. Lavin crosses half court with it against that 2-3 zone. Sets it up to Lane Carlson, top of the key. Cross court to Bennett Smith. Back to Carlson. Free throw line jumper off the front of the rim. Schmidt with the rebound. Gets it out to Drost. Schmidt with it, left side, cross court, inside to Schmidt on the left block. He goes up against Pablo, puts it up off the backboard and in for 4 for the night for Schmidt. 12-5 the lead. Carlson slowly brings it down, crosses the half court line. Now the Raiders are in a man-to-man defense. They kind of started in a man-to-man, and they fall right back into that zone with big man Luke Wright in the middle with that big wingspan. Lavin drives in against him, rolls it over, no good. Pablo with the rebound, he puts it back up, gets fouled, and it's going to be Wright or Schmidt. One of them is going to get that foul, and it's going to be on Wright. He'll pick up number 2. Pablo will go to the line for free throws, about a 58% free throw shooter on the season. 9.5 rebounds a game, good for 3rd in the Twin Lakes Conference. And Pablo puts the first one in. Number 23 and number 13 check in. Number 23 I had down as Carter Ludwig. So we'll see about that. Number 13, Tony Clare, the sophomore, also in. Pablo makes his second free throw. Let's see what number 23 says in this bulletin. East Sac does not have a 23 on that bulletin. So we're going to have 2 Carter Ludwigs on the court, let's say. Into Schmidt, right side, kicks it back out. Top of the key to Drost, three-pointer, and he nails it. Weston Drost on the three-pointer to extend that lead to 15-7. Minute and a half left, first quarter here in Sac City. I'm Neil Cruz bringing you Fuller Digital Solutions broadcast of St. Mary's basketball. Cam Cohen on the computer tonight, running the video and audio and everything for me. Bennett Smith in the lane. He gets it tipped away, blocked, but rebound by Carlson, and his is missed also. Schmidt with the rebound there. Outlets down to Carter Ludwig, misses. Sophomore Luke Wright with the cleanup, and he puts it back up for two. 17-7, 10-point lead, just under the minute mark here in the first quarter. Lavin with it, top of the key, dribbles left, kicks back out to Bennett Smith. He dribbles in, free throw line jumper, off the mark, rebound down to Wright. Gets it to Drost, and he'll slowly take it across the timeline. Drost from the corner, he thought three, pulled it down, going to go in against Lavin, and he lays it up off the backboard for two. Lavin with it, drives to the corner, gets it to Fiorentino. He drives in the lane, reversal layup on the other side, and Tanner lays it in for two. 4 on the night for Tanner. 5 seconds left first quarter. Drost crosses half court. He's going to stop Schmidt, three-pointer left side at the buzzer, and he counts it. It's good to end that first quarter on a 22-9 at the end of the first quarter in favor of the East Sac Raiders. They're going to take a break on the floor. We'll take one also. We'll step aside for 30, and we'll be back with more Panther basketball on FDS.
You may think shopping locally is more expensive, but have you ever compared prices? Oftentimes you can find just as competitive or better price points by shopping at a local store. Snooks Carpet and Furniture of Sioux Rapids has everyday competitive pricing. Shop local in the new year for all your flooring, home furnishing, furniture, and just-in modern bedroom sets from Malou.
The original Snooks Carpet and Furniture in Sioux Rapids. On your way anyway. Visit us on Facebook or at snooks1.com.
Did you know it's easier than ever to find the live stream for your team? Now at FullerDigital.net. No more searching. One place for all your live streams. FullerDigital.net. Home and away. If we're covering your team, the live stream videos are at FullerDigital.net. Just click on your school and you'll find the stream. Thank you for viewing the FDS live streams, and thank you for sharing it with your friends and family so they can find the games too. FullerDigital.net.
Welcome back to Sac City, folks. Panthers start this second quarter in a 22-9 hole to the Raiders. Drew Getch is checked into the game. He steps up to the free throw line, gets it over to Pablo. Getch, Lavin, Carlson, Pablo, and Tanner on the floor. Going to get Pablo for a travel in the lane. Got a little trigger happy. He went to pass it, and he just took an extra step. Girls with a commanding win tonight. St. Mary's over East Sac 72-37. In a commanding Twin Lakes Conference win for the Panthers. Schmidt with it, loses control but gains it back to Drost, top of the key. Good ball movement. Number 4, Weston Drost, Vondrak in the game. They're going to get a foul called on 34. I believe Tanner's going to pick that up. His first, team second. Number 12. Carter Ludwig into the game. Caleb Eichhorn in the game. Drost with it. Eichhorn with it. Gets it into Schmidt. One dribble on the left block. Tipped away by Carlson and stolen. Gets it to Mason. And the Panthers are in business here. Lavin with it to Carlson, top of the key. Getch with it. He's going to drive in the lane and put it up. It's going to be blocked by Schmidt, and they're going to get Schmidt on the body foul. Clean block, but it was a body foul. It's going to be 2 shots for Andrew. The crowd, East Sac student section, didn't like that call, but You could clearly see he got him with the body. Drew Getch will go to the free throw line. 62% free throw shooter, comes in scoring of just over 6 points a game. First one for Getch, up and in. Gets him on the scoreboard. Senior Cale Niehaus check back in for the Raiders. Second one's up and good for Getch. Typically a pretty darn good free throw shooter. 22-11. Raiders got the Panthers doubled up on the scoreboard. Drost with it will drive in the lane, try to get it out to Schmidt, and he does. Goes up against Getch, and Getch is going to get him back for the foul on the other end. They're going to get Andrew with his first foul of the game. And Schmidt will go to the line for free throws. Schmidt comes in, like I said, 20 points a game, fourth in the conference, and 10 rebounds a game, first in the conference. Shoots about 68% from the line. First one's off the front of the rim, no good. Gets a high five from a couple teammates in the lane and throws the ball back to the ref. He gets it back. 2 dribbles, looks at it, spins it off the fingers, off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound down to Pablo. Mason Lavin's going to run with it left side. Little juke and jive back to the top of the key. Nice little bounce pass into Getch, and he can't control it. And we're going to have a jump ball underneath the basket between him and Schmidt, and it's going to go East Sac direction. Number 5, Aiden Vondrak Jr. check in for East Sac, and he'll take over the point guard duties. Niehaus will inbounds to Vondrak. Top of the key, Niehaus, left side, inside to Schmidt, guarded by Tanner. Schmidt now out the three-point line from the left corner, rims in and out, rebound down to the Raiders, gets it back out to Schmidt. Vondrak, top of the key, over to Drost. Niehaus, other corner three-pointer, off the rim, no good, out of bounds. We're going to we're coming back Panther way. They're going to say Vondrak tipped it out, and it's going to be Panther basketball. 5:55 left, second quarter, 22-11 the score here in favor of the East Sac County Raiders. Panthers hanging on, trying to get things done against this really tough 2-3 zone that the Raiders play. Getch dribbles in, loses control of it, but on the floor, I think they're going to get Andrew Getch on the foul. He's going to have 2, and senior Toby Jones will check in for the first time, and Andrew Getch will take a seat with those 2 fouls. Schmidt will inbounds. Vondrak will bring it, advance it down for the Raiders. Raiders scoreless here the last couple, I would say, minute and a half, 2 minutes. Haven't been able to get anything to drop. Panthers have actually played pretty good defense, and actually they've got a couple turnovers the last couple trips down. Lane Carlson knocked one away from Schmidt. There's a block by Pablo Pasquiel as Vondrak drives the lane on the left side. Pablo put it right back at him and knocked it out of bounds. He wasn't going to have anything to do with that, and so it's going to stay East Sac basketball underneath their own basket. 5:22 left, second quarter, here in the boys Twin Lakes Conference action between the St. Mary's Panthers and the East Sac Raiders. The Niehaus with it on the left block, puts it up off the rim, no good. Rebound down to Pablo, and he hands it off to Lavin, and he's going to run with it left side. Top of the key, off to Pablo, back to Lavin behind him. He's going to dribble in, 10-foot jumper, off the side of the rim, no good. Schmidt skies up for that one, and he brings it down for the Raiders. Inside to Schmidt, left side on the block, one dribble, and he puts it up and in. 9 on the night for the UNI football commit, Tyler Schmidt. 4:40 left, second quarter, Panthers with it. Top of the key, Toby Jones. He fakes the ball one way, dribbles in. Cross court to Carlson, long two-pointer off the mark, misses everything. Pablo runs it down, but it's taken away by Vondrak, and he's going to advance it for the Raiders. Top of the key, picked up by Lavin, little bounce pass into Schmidt, and he goes up against Tanner, and he gets the bucket, and then Tanner's going to, I believe they're going to get Tanner on a foul. Bucket's good, fouls on black shirts 3-4, so Tanner will pick up number 2, and Schmidt will go to the line with a bucket and a free throw on his way. Bennett Smith checks in for Tanner after he picks up that second foul. And Luke Wright also checks back in for the Raiders for Niehaus. Schmidt's free throw up for that one's over the rim and good. Puts the big man at 12 on the night. (27-11) the early score here in the second quarter. Toby Jones jump shot from the elbow and he puts it in. I've always said that 15 to 16 foot jump shot's kind of a lost art because most people will take a step back and shoot a three, or they're going to go to the basket. If you can get a good jump shot from about 10 to 12 to 13 feet, you're in the money, and Jones did just that. One dribble in and he put it in. Raiders with it, passing it around the outside. Vondrak dribbles in, kicks back out. Three-pointer on the way from Eichhorn, and it's off the mark, out of bounds, going to be Panther basketball. Panthers got a chance to get it within 11 here. Down by 14. Not saying they need a three, but they got the ability to get it within 11 here. 10 if they would happen to get a miraculous three-point and a free throw, but we're not going to count on that. Into Pablo. Bennett Smith as he drives the lane, and he puts it in for two, and we will take it. Bennett on the score tonight. Panthers into kind of a man-to-man pressure here. They back off a little bit. Vondrak. Bounce pass to Schmidt, top of the key. Eichhorn with it, top of the key. Vondrak dribbles in the lane, cross court. Good defense, man-to-man defense by the Panthers. Schmidt in the lane over Bennett Smith, and he puts it up and in for two. 29-15. 2:45 left second quarter here in Sac City. Tyler Schmidt leading the Raiders with 14. Lavin over to Toby Jones, to Pablo in the corner. Bennett Smith backs up, thought three-pointer, but he pulled it down. Lavin going to dribble in, get the ball stripped away. Outlets down, out of bounds, off the, Toby Jones saved it for the Panthers, and he gets it ahead to Lavin. He's going to drive in the lane, little floater off the backboard, rims in and out. Rebound down to Vondrak, and he's going to run left side with it. Sees a hole in the lane, little bounce pass over to Schmidt. Put it in and counted for two, and Schmidt's going to get a free throw also. We'll see who they're going to get the foul on. Buckets fouls on 42. I believe they're going to get, Bennett Smith will pick up his first. That's 6 team fouls. Number 13, Tony Clare, the sophomore, will check in for the Raiders. And Schmidt will go to the line for a free throw. 16 on the night for the big man. And the free throw makes it 17. And the Raiders pull out to a 31-15 lead over the Panthers. Lane Carlson controlling it for the Panthers. Left side, Toby Jones. Timeout on the floor. Full timeout by the Panthers. We'll take one with them. We'll step aside for 60. You're watching FDS, bringing you Panther basketball.
You may think shopping locally is more expensive, but have you ever compared prices? Oftentimes you can find just as competitive or better price points by shopping at a local store. Snooks Carpet and Furniture of Sioux Rapids has everyday competitive pricing. Shop local in the new year for all your flooring, home furnishing, furniture, and just-in modern bedroom sets from Malou.
The original Snooks Carpet and Furniture in Sioux Rapids. On your way anyway. Visit us on Facebook or at snooks1.com.
You may think shopping locally is more expensive, but have you ever compared prices? Oftentimes you can find just as competitive or better price points by shopping at a local store. Snooks Carpet and Furniture of Sioux Rapids has everyday competitive pricing. Shop local in the new year for all your flooring, home furnishing, furniture, and just-in modern bedroom sets from Malou.
The original Snooks Carpet and Furniture in Sioux Rapids. On your way anyway. Visit us on Facebook or at snooks1.com.
2:02 left here in the second quarter in Twin Lakes Conference action here in Sac City. Folks, hometown East Sac County Raiders with a lead over your Panthers, 32-15 on the heels of big man Tyler Schmidt, UNI football recruit, with 17 on the night. Panther basketball, right side, Toby Jones. He looks inside to Bennett Smith, but it's not there. They pass it around the outside. Pablo with it. Bennett Smith. He thought long three-pointer, but he pulled it down. Schmidt right in his face. Stolen by Vondrak. Going to go the length of the floor. Taken away by Lavin and then out of bounds. Didn't even look to me like Vondrak even went up for the basket. He got down there and he put his body into Lavin, and Lavin knocked the ball away, and nothing was called. I wish kids these days would just go up for the bucket instead of going up for the foul. Carlson, Bennett Smith with the strip of Schmidt. Carlson gets it, and Lavin has it, drives left side. Toby Jones, he fakes and drives in, lays it up over the rim, and good. 4-2 for Toby Jones off the bench with 4 points, 32-17, 1:12 left second quarter. Raiders with it around the outside, passing it. Drost with it to Vondrak, inside to Schmidt. One dribble on the left block, and he has it blocked back at him by Pablo with his second block of the night. And Lavin controls it, and he's going to drive right into the lane. Layup right side, but he got too far underneath the basket and was blocked by the backboard. Raiders drive the length of the floor, and sophomore Tony Clare goes in and gets fouled. We'll see who they're going to get on the foul. 42, Bennett Smith is going to pick up his second. Sophomore Tony Clare will go to the line for free throws, shooting about 64% on the season. That one rims in and out. That was about as close as in the basket as you can get, and it just rolled out. 32-17 the score. 49 seconds left first half here in Sac City. Second one's up by Clare, and he counts that one. I'm Neil Cruz, bringing you the action for Fuller Digital Solutions, bringing you Panther basketball. Cam Cohn on the computer and video tonight. More than glad to bring you this St. Mary's action. Fuller Digital's bringing you this action. Bringing you most of the Panther basketball. Toby Jones, 10-foot jumper off the mark. Rebound down to Bennett Smith. Gets it back to Toby. He gives it back to Bennett. Back in, a little give and go, but he's too far underneath the basket. He's got to hit Bennett Smith with a bounce pass into the lane, and Smith gets fouled. Schmidt's going to pick up number 2, and Bennett Smith will go to the line for free throws. 21 seconds left. Halftime, and what we'll do is we'll step aside for about a minute after the half. We'll come back. We'll recap the first half while we leave the video on. Looks like the East Sac dance team is ready to do some dancing and jiving. Bennett Smith puts the first one in, and we'll let you kind of watch the dance as I recap the first half. And then I'm hoping, second one's in for Bennett, I'm hoping I can get Sydney Hurd up here, do a little interview. I've talked to the 2 or 3 of the girls so far this year. It's kind of fun to just sit down and talk to them about basketball and high school and going to St. Mary's and everything, and Sydney's one I haven't talked to. So I'll see. I can't promise anything, but I'll see if I can get Sydney up here at halftime. Steal by Pablo in the lane. 3 seconds left, and he doesn't see the clock, and he throws it away, and it's halftime. 33-19, the halftime score here in Sac City. East Sac County Raiders with the commanding lead over the Panthers. We'll step aside for 1 minute, and we'll come back and recap the first half. You're watching FDS, bringing you St. Mary's basketball.
You may think shopping locally is more expensive, but have you ever compared prices? Oftentimes you can find just as competitive or better price points by shopping at a local store. Snooks Carpet and Furniture of Sioux Rapids has everyday competitive pricing. Shop local in the new year for all your flooring, home furnishing, furniture, and just-in modern bedroom sets from Malou.
The original Snooks Carpet and Furniture in Sioux Rapids. On your way anyway. Visit us on Facebook or at snooks1.com.
Did you know it's easier than ever to find the live stream for your team? Now at FullerDigital.net. No more searching. One place for all your live streams. FullerDigital.net. Home and away. If we're covering your team, the live stream videos are at FullerDigital.net. Just click on your school and you'll find the stream. Thank you for viewing the FDS live streams, and thank you for sharing it with your friends and family so they can find the games too. FullerDigital.net.
Welcome back to East Sac Folks. Halftime here of the boys game. 33-19 lead in favor of the East Sac County Raiders. Run down some scoring here as you get to watch the East Sac County dance team. Run down some scoring first for your Panthers. First half led in scoring by 3 guys. Toby Jones with 4, Tanner Fiorentino with 4, Bennett Smith with 4. Mason Lavin with 3, Andrew Getch with 2, and Pablo Pasquio with 2. Pablo's also got 2, I think maybe even 3 big blocks in that first half. Now for the Raiders, led in scoring by Tyler Schmidt, big man with 17, Cale Niehaus with 5, Luke Wright with 5, Weston Drost with 5, and Tony Clare with a free throw for 1. We're bringing you the Buena Vista Regional Medical Center halftime show here on FDS, bringing you St. Mary's Panthers basketball. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go on mute, and we're going to let you enjoy the visual of the dance team, and we'll be back with more second half action, bringing you Panther basketball on FDS. All right, welcome back to East Sac County High School here in Sac City. I have Sydney Hurd with me here, halftime of the boys game. We're going to talk a little bit about the performance tonight. A dominating win, 72-37. When you have wins like this, Coach Varner's got to get a little creative to keep everybody kind of enthusiastic and ready for that next game. So like tomorrow you have GTRA. They're towards the bottom of the conference. How's he go about keeping everybody motivated for that next big win?
Well, he always says that we got to start on defense and talking on defense, and then really we just get ourselves hyped up about it. And we know that we have to come to win every game because anyone can win on any given night, and so we just have to come to play any game against any team.
I'm glad you said defense because I can't count on two hands how many times tonight, especially the second quarter, I talked about defense. You guys turned that transition game, and it all started with your defense tonight. It just seems like next to, I'm going to bring up a bad point, I'm going to bring up a bad word here, I'm going to say Newell-Fonda. The loss to Newell-Fonda, but I've said I can't count how many people I've told that was probably the most dominative defensive performance I've seen, not just this year, but in high school basketball in a couple years. But I'm glad you said defense because I mentioned it quite a bit this year. So Danica goes for 28, you go for 26. I remember I did the call for River Valley last year, and I remember the game when you guys came to River Valley. And I got there that night, and I looked at the starting lineup, and I saw a sophomore that's like 6'3", and I thought, and I'm a high school basketball junkie, and I saw a sophomore that's 6'3", and I thought, this could be interesting. And you had a dominating performance that night. I remember that night you didn't get going in the first half. They doubled down on you, but the second half you come out, and I believe you went for like 25 and 14 that night. So just is basketball in your blood, or is it just something you've done forever?
Well, I mean, the height was always there for me and my family, but I think I've been playing with these girls. We've played together since like first or second grade. Like, we've been playing together for forever, and I think that's just really where it all stemmed from. We've just been playing together forever, and everyone always asks you if you play basketball, right? Like, everyone just assumes, so it's kind of like a no-brainer sport for me to go to.
That's awesome. I like how you guys talked about team, and I remember when I interviewed Danica that night, and I talked to Emily too, and both girls talked about team and goals that you have for the team, and everybody mentioned defense. So it was just glad to see that. So thanks for coming up tonight, and we'll see you tomorrow night at home against Grettinger.
Yep, thank you.
That was Sydney Hurd talking about the dominating performance tonight over East Sac, and the boys' second half has started. We had a bucket to start that second half, and I unfortunately did not see who hit that three-pointer. See if I can see on the scoreboard who has more points. 47, Bennett Smith hit a three-pointer to start the second half for the Panthers. Cut that lead to 33-22. Vondrak drives right side. They're going to get a travel. Nope, there's going to be a foul on the floor. Can't see who was on that side. Was it? Yeah, Tanner. Tanner's going to pick up number 3 to start the second half. Inbounds for the Raiders. Inside to Schmidt, right side, off the backboard, and he puts it in for 2. Lavin will bring it across. Lavin, Carlson, Tanner, Pablo, and Bennett. And just as I say that, Toby Jones sits at the table to check in. Tipped away by the Resac Raiders, controlled by Vondrak. He slowly brings it across to Niehaus, right side, back up top to Vondrak. He dribbles in the lane, one bounce over to right. The big man loses it to Lavin in the lane, and Lavin's going to go with it. Going to pull up about three-point line. He goes in the lane. He loses control, falls down, but he gets it to Bennett Smith. Pass back, and it's stolen by Vondrak up against the backboard. No good, but it's rebounded, put to Wright, and Wright puts it up. No good. I think they're going to get Pablo. Will pick up number 2. Big man Luke Wright will go to the free throw line to try to add a couple to the lead. Had a nice conversation there with Sydney Hurd at halftime. Down-to-earth girls, and no matter which one of those Panther girls I've interviewed, the first thing any of them say is team, defense, and rebounding. I remember the first one interview I did, I talked to Danica the night that she hit 1,000 point at home that night, and that's the first thing, that's all she could talk. No matter what I asked her about her scoring or her accolades or what, the only thing she kept talking about was team, defense and rebounding. And that's, in my mind, like I told Sydney, I'm a high school basketball junkie, and that's where it starts. You can have all the individual players you want, but if you don't have team defense and rebounding, it's not going to get you many places. Pablo up on the left side, and Pablo puts it in for two to cut that lead to 37-24, 13-point lead. Panthers trying to get back in this right at the 6-minute mark, third quarter. Raiders swing it around. Niehaus, top of the key, guarded by Pablo. He gives it off to Vondrak. Lavin picks him up, screen set by Wright. Vondrak inside to Schmidt over Bennett, and he puts it up and in over the backboard, and he lays it in. The big man is on fire tonight, puts him at 21. Like I said earlier, I watched East Sac play Cherokee earlier this year, and Cherokee come away with the win, and Schmidt didn't he had an off night that night, because I was, like I said, I'm a high school basketball junkie. I was really excited to watch somebody come in that averages 20 and 10, and he didn't have that hot of a night. I mean, he was a force to be reckoned with, and he pulled a lot of defense away, but he didn't have the numbers that he's having tonight. Turnover on the Panthers underneath the basket, so it's going to be Raider basketball. 5:16 left, third quarter here, start of the second half. Smith with a little fake. Nice little give and go to Luke Wright down low, and Wright misses. Rebound, big, powerful rebound brought down by Bennett Smith. And Lavin's going to run with it. He gives it off to Bennett, and he's going to call Lavin on a double dribble, and I didn't see it, but that's why he's the ref, and I'm talking to you guys. Vondrak with it to start for the Raiders. Schmidt thought three-pointer, pulled it down. He's going to go in, up, count it. Who they going to get? Bucket's good. They're going to get Carlson's going to pick up number 1. Schmidt will go to the line for the traditional three-point play, and he gets it. That puts the big man at 24 here midway through the third quarter. Carlson with it right side. Toby Jones going to dribble in, one dribble, 10-foot jumper, rolls in and out, rebound down to Niehaus. He throws it up. Schmidt gets it off to Vondrak. Missed a double dribble off his body there. Three-pointer up, no good. Schmidt brings it down, gives it to Niehaus. Back top of the key to Vondrak. Inside to Schmidt, one dribble, right side, up and in. There is no stopping him tonight. 26 for Schmidt. Timeout, full timeout on the floor called by the Panthers. We'll take one right along with them. We'll be back in 1 minute. You're watching FDS bringing you Panther basketball.
You may think shopping locally is more expensive, but have you ever compared prices? Oftentimes you can find just as competitive or better price points by shopping at a local store. Snooks Carpet and Furniture of Sioux Rapids has everyday competitive pricing. Shop local in the new year for all your flooring, home furnishing, furniture, and just-in modern bedroom sets from Malou.
The original Snooks Carpet and Furniture in Sioux Rapids. On your way anyway. Visit us on Facebook or at snooks1.com.
You may think shopping locally is more expensive, but have you ever compared prices? Oftentimes you can find just as competitive or better price points by shopping at a local store. Snooks Carpet and Furniture of Sioux Rapids has everyday competitive pricing. Shop local in the new year for all your flooring, home furnishing, furniture, and just-in modern bedroom sets from Malou.
The original Snooks Carpet and Furniture in Sioux Rapids. On your way anyway. Visit us on Facebook or at snooks1.com.
Welcome back to Twin Lakes Conference action here in Sac City tonight. St. Mary's Panthers against the East Sac County Raiders. 20-point lead for the Raiders, 44-24 at the 4:09 mark, third quarter. Lane Carlson with it to start for the Panthers. Off to Pablo Pasquiel. Now to Lavin. Tipped away and stolen by Tyler Schmidt. And gets it out to Vondrak. Turnover on the Panthers. Raiders are going to go their way. Schmidt with it, top of the key, gets it inside to Luke Wright. The big man, sophomore, dribbles down. Nice little turn move, and the big man scores for two. Puts Wright at 9 on the night. Pablo with it in the left baseline. He dribbles one time up and over inside the lane to Carlson, but it's tipped away and stolen by sophomore Tony Clare. Vondrack will drive right side against Lavin and drive right in. Little bounce pass to Wright underneath the basket. Wright misplays it. Stolen away by Lane Carlson for the Panthers. He outlets to Lavin. 3:10 left, third quarter here. Panthers trying to claw back in this. Pablo kicks out to Bennett Smith. He pumps fake, dribbles in the lane. Bounce pass in the lane, stolen away by Clare again for the Raiders. Clare, 10-foot jumper, no good. Rebound down to Schmidt over Bennett Smith. He takes one dribble, some footwork, puts up the jumper, and he puts it in for 2. 28 on the night for the UNI football recruit. He's looking like a basketball recruit tonight, folks, but until you've seen this young man play football. Bennett Smith up hard, and he gets the bucket and the foul. He's going to go to the line for the traditional three-point play. Bucket's good. Foul's on 33, I believe they're going to get right. I believe they're going to get right for number 3. The bucket's good by Bennett Smith, and they're going to get right on number 3. And the timeout on the floor. We'll just stay here. Set the stage here. 48-26, a 22-point lead for the Raiders. 30-second timeout on the floor. Bennett Smith hit that bucket, and he goes to the free throw line for a free throw to try to get the traditional three-point play for the Panthers. Panthers led in scoring tonight by Bennett Smith, 2-4-7-9 on the night. The Raiders led in scoring by Tyler Schmidt with 28. Bennett Smith will go to the line for free throws. Bennett on the season comes in averaging about 6 points a game, 4.5 rebounds, and shooting about 60% from the free throw line. Bennett, just a junior. He'll be back next year on the Panther basketball team. 2 dribbles up and in. Getch will check in for Bennett Smith. So we have Andrew Getch, Pablo Pasquiel, Mason Lavin, Lane Carlson, and Toby Jones on the court for the Panthers. The Raiders with it, top of the key, picked up by Mason Lavin. Going to be a offensive foul called on Tyler Schmidt on the moving screen play. That is 3 on Schmidt. Turnover to the Panthers. Getch with it, dribbles top of the key to Toby Jones. He pump fakes, takes one dribble in, gets it to Mason. Really quiet for Mason tonight. Just one basket, a three-pointer, coming off his 29-point game the other night. Lavin looks inside to pass, and Lane Carlson wasn't there, and it goes out of bounds. Turnover to the Raiders. 2-minute mark here, third quarter, 48-27, 21-point lead for the Raiders. Panthers come away with the victory. Dominant performance in the girls' game tonight, 72-37. Tyler Schmidt off the backboard left side, and he puts it up for good. That gives him an even 30. 1:45 left, third quarter here. A game of runs. Schmidt with the tip away, stole it into the backcourt, but Pablo and Schmidt will both run for it. It's knocked out of bounds. They're going to call it East Sac basketball. Pablo had different ideas. He thought Schmidt knocked it out, and to no avail, it is East Sac basketball. Pablo Pasquiel, the foreign exchange student from Spain, crowned homecoming king last Friday night at the game. Inside to right, and he puts it up and in for 2. And they were talking about Pablo, and it said he plans to join the Spanish Army after he goes home. So good luck to Pablo as after he leaves St. Mary's High School. Lavin goes up. Going to be a foul on the floor. 12, foul on number 12. And that's, I'm going to put it down for Carter Ludwig because I don't have a number 12. Lane Carlson set up for a 3, but he pulled it back down. Toby Jones. Inside to Toby Jones in the lane. He puts it up over the top of right, off the ball. Oh, hit the backboard, rolled in, rolled out. Pablo with the rebound. He puts it up. No good. Rebound down to Schmidt. Raiders are going to run with it. Eichhorn with it. Top of the key to Schmidt. Cross court to sophomore Claire. Inside to right. The big man on the block takes one dribble. Turns into Toby Jones. No good. Rebound. Schmidt runs it down on the baseline. And they go around the outside. They get it into Schmidt on the other block. He goes up. Little soft jumper. And he puts it up for good. That's 32 for the senior. 25 seconds left. Panthers with it. Toby Jones in the lane. He kicks out to Pablo. Pablo's going to mismatch with Vondrak on him. He gets it off to Carlson. Toby Jones, Isak in that 2-3 zone that they've played all night. Pablo kicks it over to Carlson. Cross court to Andrew Getch. 5 seconds left in the lane. Carlson puts it up. No good, but he's going to be fouled. Wright. I believe they're going to get Luke Wright with his fourth. That is right. Luke Wright, the sophomore, 6'3", gets his fourth foul. 4.3 seconds left, third quarter. Lane Carlson will shoot 2 free throws. First one's good. Carlson 25% from the line this year. I don't have down how many he's shot, but it just says 25%. Could be 1 for 4. It could be 20 of 40. Second one's off the mark for Carlson. Going to be Isak Isak, nope, it's going to be Panther basketball. 3.5 seconds left. See if they can get a shot off here into Andrew Getch. He takes one dribble, top of the key, knocked away by Eichhorn, and that's the end of the third quarter, folks. 54-28, the score at the end of the third quarter here in Sac City. We'll step aside for a minute, bring you some word from our sponsors, and we'll come back with more Panther basketball on FTS.
You may think shopping locally is more expensive, but have you ever compared prices? Oftentimes you can find just as competitive or better price points by shopping at a local store. Snooks Carpet and Furniture of Sioux Rapids has everyday competitive pricing. Shop local in the new year for all your flooring, home furnishing, furniture, and just-in modern bedroom sets from Malou.
The original Snooks Carpet and Furniture in Sioux Rapids. On your way anyway. Visit us on Facebook or at snooks1.com.
Did you know it's easier than ever to find the live stream for your team? Now at FullerDigital.net. No more searching. One place for all your live streams. FullerDigital.net. Home and away. If we're covering your team, the live stream videos are at FullerDigital.net. Just click on your school and you'll find the stream. Thank you for viewing the FDS live streams, and thank you for sharing it with your friends and family so they can find the games too. FullerDigital.net.
Welcome back to Twin Lakes Conference action here in Sac City, folks. Hometown East Sac County Raiders with the commanding lead, 54-28 over your Storm Lake St. Mary's Panthers basketball. Start of the fourth quarter here, they get it inside to senior Tyler Schmidt, cross court to Vondrak. He dribbles in, nice and soft off the backboard, no good. Rebound down to Andrew Getchy, outlets to Lavin, who's going to run with it left side. He's picked up at the three-point line. Pulls his dribble back. He bounced past to Toby Jones. He thought three-pointer, but he pulled it back. Jones with it. Cross court to Pablo Pascal. Back to Jones. Free throw line jumper by Pablo off the mark. Rebound down to Vondrak, and he's going to be bumped into and fouled by Toby Jones. Toby will pick up first foul. That's the third foul in the half on the Panthers. Vondrak with it. Cross court inside to Schmidt on the left block. One dribble up against Pablo. Puts it up, no good. They're saying on the floor the foul. 22 on Getch. And it's going to be Raider basketball underneath their own basket, and Schmidt will play the ball in. Bennett Smith checks back in for Lane Carlson. So we got Jones, Bennett Smith, Lavin, Pablo, and Getch on the floor. Schmidt, right side, misses. Pablo gets the rebound, and they're going to get senior Tyler Schmidt with his fourth foul. So we got both the big men for the Raiders with 4, Tyler Schmidt and Luke Wright. And said Luke Wright checks in for Schmidt, and he will take a seat with 32 points on the night. Wright will check in with his 11. Niehaus, Wright, Von Drack, Eichhorn, and Carter Ludwig, I believe, on the floor. Andrew Getch, 10-foot jumper, no good. Rebound down. Toby Jones up and under to the right side, and Jones puts it in for 2. Nice night for Jones with 6 for the Panthers. 54-30, the lead for the Raiders. They pass it around the perimeter. Niehaus with it in the corner, inside to Wright, up against Pablo, one dribble. Pablo swats at it, and Wright gets it to fall, and Pablo picks up the foul. That's 3 on Pablo, and Wright will go to the line for a free throw to try to get that traditional three-point play. 6:30 left on the clock. Tanner will check in for Andrew Getch, who picked up his third here just moments ago. 56-30 the score, 26-point lead for the Raiders. Luke Wright, the sophomore big man at the line. Free throw off the mark. Rebound down to Eichhorn. He throws it up from the free throw line. And Caleb Eichhorn, the sophomore, is on the board with 2. Going to be a travel called on Toby Jones as he jumped into the lane. And it's going to be turnover to the Raiders. Catch the Panthers in action next here on FDS tomorrow night, Tuesday, home against GTRA, Grettinger Terrell, Ruth Van Ayrshire. Out of bounds off the Raiders, going to be Panther basketball. That's a game that I've been looking forward to the whole season. I'm from that area. I went to school at Armstrong Ringsted, but I went to church in Grettinger, so a lot of the names on this lineup tomorrow night for Grettinger, especially on the boys squad, are kids of buddies of mine that I went to high school and church with. So it's going to be interesting. Three-pointer off the mark there by Bennett Smith. Rebound down to the Raiders, and Vondrak's going to run with it. Throws it out of bounds. Going to be Panther basketball. So that GTRA is a game I've kind of looked forward to. I missed the first game against Grettinger up there. That would have been interesting to go to, but the game here, there'll be some old friends I'll get to talk to and see. So that'll be kind of interesting. Grettinger boys are going to come in and be a very tough team. They're sitting second in the conference, so it should be an interesting night. Lavin off the mark with that one. Rebound down to the Raiders. Gets it out to Vondrak. He's going to run with it. Out to Eichhorn. Inside to Luke Wright, but it's tipped away and stolen by Pablo Pasquiel. He outlets to Lavin. One bounce. Lavin kicks it back up top to Bennett Smith. Saves it from going out of bounds. Pablo with it. Lavin three-pointer left side. Count it. Lavin with the hot hand, getting his second three-pointer of the night. He hit a 3 early in the game, and he'd been quiet till right now. So hopefully that can get him going. 58-33 the score. 30-second timeout called by ESAC. We'll take one right along with them. We'll step aside for 30 from our sponsors. You're watching FDS, bringing you Panther basketball.
You may think shopping locally is more expensive, but have you ever compared prices? Oftentimes you can find just as competitive or better price points by shopping at a local store. Snooks Carpet and Furniture of Sioux Rapids has everyday competitive pricing. Shop local in the new year for all your flooring, home furnishing, furniture, and just-in modern bedroom sets from Malou.
The original Snooks Carpet and Furniture in Sioux Rapids. On your way anyway. Visit us on Facebook or at snooks1.com.
Welcome back to Sac City, folks. Coming out of a timeout. They called a 30-second timeout, but then they put a minute on the clock, so we got a few seconds here before we get back to action. 58-33, the commanding lead for the Raiders. Panthers sticking around, though. They're not giving up. Seniors Lavin, we got Bennett Smith, Fiorentino. Pablo's always going to put 100% on the line. You're not going to find a kid that wants to win as bad as he does. He just seems to try and go hard. He's not going to let his teammates quit. We got Mason Lavin, Toby Jones, Tanner Fiorentino, Bennett Smith, and Pablo Pasquiel. I had a pleasure interviewing Mason Lavin and Andrew Getch here earlier in the year, and hopefully tomorrow night I'll be there early enough and kind of set it up to where I can get a couple of the boys up during halftime of the girls' game and talk to them. We'll see who we can get up there. Vondrak drives in, kicks back out. Eichhorn in the corner into Luke Wright. One dribble against Pablo, and he puts it up and lays it in. That's 15 on the night, I believe, for Luke Wright, the 6'3 sophomore. he'll be interesting to watch the next couple years. He's got good footwork for a big man down low, and Tyler Schmidt just out of the timeout. He stands up to go put his number into the table to check in. Bennett Smith drives to the lane and gets a bucket. Bennett with 12 on the night. Good day, good night for Bennett. Plays hard all the time. Luke Wright kicks it back out to Clare. He drives in against Jones. Gets away with a travel. Rebound down off of Toby Jones. It's going to be out of bounds. Stay on this end for the Raiders. Senior Tyler Schmidt checks in. 4 fouls. Checks in for Luke Wright. Looks like second half here lately, it's just been one of them in the game at a time. First half, they kind of dominated with both of them in, but they've been going one at a time lately. Vondrak top of the key. One dribble, kicks back out to Clare. 12-foot jumper, no good. Bennett tips it out to Toby Jones for the rebound, and Lavin controls it on the run. 3:30 left here. Stolen away by Clare right out of Lavin's hands. He gets it out to Vondrak. Going to take it down by himself, tipped away, but Vondrak gets the ball back, and his foot was on the line as it landed in his hands, so it's out of bounds off the Raiders. Going to be Panther basketball. Mason Lavin will control. The senior coming off his hot game the other night with 29 points, drives the lane, no good on the layup. Rebound down to Tyler Schmidt. Lavin come in averaging about 17 points a game. Vondrak three-pointer. Put it in for 3 for junior Aiden Vondrak for his first bucket of the night. 3-minute mark in the game, 63-35. Going to be a carry called on Tanner as he drove the lane. Niehaus going to check in for the East Sac Raiders, and number 22, Carter Hogreff, will check in for his first action of the night. Schmidt will take a seat. I would assume he'd be done for the night. I believe he ended up with 32. We'll count those up and tally at the end of the game. Eichhorn with it. Vondrak to Clare. Cross court. Carter Ludwig inside to Hogreff. Big man takes one dribble. Goes up left side. Puts it in for 2. Hogreff gets a bucket. Going to go to the line for a free throw, and they get Pablo with his 4th foul. Hogreff, the junior, gets his first bucket of the night. Going to the line for a free throw. He hasn't shot any free throws yet this year, so we'll see. Andrew Getch into the game for Bennett Smith. Number 50, Brendan Naughton, will check in for Pablo. So Pablo will be done for the evening. Bennett Smith probably done for the evening. Brendan Naughton will see his first action, the senior. See his first action of the night. Junior Carter Hogreff for the Raiders going to the line. The lefty to get his traditional three-point play. Free throws off the back of the rim, no good. 2:40 left here in Sac City. Twin Lakes Conference action. Mason Lavin to Andrew Getch. Lane Carlson. Tanner in the corner. He's going to drive in the lane and put it up. Puts it in, but they're going to call him for a travel. He kind of did a little jump stop, and when he jumped and he stopped, he slid a little bit, so that's where the stripe saw the travel. 2:22 left, 4th quarter here. Free throw line jumper by the Raiders, no good. Rebound down to Clare, and he puts it back up and gets fouled. 22, I believe they're going to get Andrew Getch. I got Getch for 4. Nope, yep, and they got him for 4 also. Sophomore Tony Clare to the free throw line, 64% free throw shooter. First one's good. He had made 1 of 2 before this. Number 30, Avery Fetro, in for Mason Lavin, who will be done for the evening, I would assume. Clare for his second one. The righty puts it up and in. 3 points for Clare, 3 of 4 from the line. Naughton controls it for the Panthers to Getch. Right at the 2-minute mark left in the game. Getch with it, back up to Fetro. Shot up, no good. Rebound down to Hogreff for the Raiders. Niehaus three-pointer, no good. Off the rebound, off of Holgreff's foot and out of bounds. Number 2, Jacob Murley in the game. The junior will check in for the first time. Niehaus will be done for the evening. Carlson will control it for the Panthers. 1:38 left, fourth quarter here in Sac City. Dominating win by the Raiders, 67-35. Offensive foul called on 34. Tanner Fiorentino will pick up number 4 on the offensive foul. You're going to get him on the illegal screen. 1:34 left. And the East Sac will come down, and I don't know if they'll just dribble it out or if they're going to try to run a play. Looks like they're trying to get it into big man Holgreff, the junior. Kick it back out to Murley. Eichhorn with it. He dribbles in. He puts it over to Holgreff, and he puts it up and gets fouled. He's going to go to the free throw line for a couple. Let's see who they got the foul on. The referees kind of confer about it. Number 20, Lane Carlson, will pick up number 2. Holgreff, the junior, will go to the line. Got a bucket earlier, but missed his free throw for the three-point play. This one's missed also. Had not shot free throws until tonight. Lefty, 3 dribbles with the left hand, spins the ball. That one is good. 1:09 left here in the fourth quarter in Sac City, Iowa. Twin Lakes Conference action. Andrew Getch drives the lane, has it blocked by Eichhorn, but they're going to get one of them on the foul. It's going to be Eichhorn will pick up his first foul, and Andrew will go to the line for some free throws. Comes in averaging about 6 points a game, 62% free throw shooter. He's made 2 free throws tonight. First one's up and good. You can always tell where Andrew is on the court. He's got bright lime green and bright orange sneakers. So Andrew's, he'd be like what my kid would wear. My wife would make my kid wear those bright colored shoes just so she can tell where he is on the court. So Andrew makes his second one also. So 4 points on the night for Andrew. Just under the minute mark here, 68-37, 31-point lead for the Raiders. Tipped out of bounds. Hustle play by Fitro. Tipped out of bounds by the Panthers. Going to stay Raider basketball. Raiders control it. During one of the last timeouts, the PA announcer announced that at the end of the game, if everybody would stay in their seats for a special presentation. And now I see into the Raiders student section a sign that says 400 wins. So I'm going to take a wild guess that maybe head coach Todd Bontrager maybe this will be his 400th career win, which is a milestone in itself. Lane Carlson fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. First one's up and good for Carlson. 2 points on the night. I didn't see who that last foul was called on for East Sac. Second one's good for Carlson also. 3 points on the night for Lane. Good performance by the junior in the starting lineup tonight for the first time this year. Raiders around the horn to Eichhorn. Murley. 23 seconds left. Drive the lane. He stepped on the baseline out of bounds. Gonna go Panther basketball. 20.2 seconds left. Brendan Naughton will inbounds to Lane Carlson, who will advance at 18 seconds left. Set a screen. Carlson, Naughton in the corner. Try to bounce pass into Getch. Good look, but Holgreff, the big man, got his hands in the way there and knocked it away to the Raiders. Murley steps up, three-pointer, and Jacob Murley, the junior, hits a three-pointer at the buzzer to make it a 71-39 win for the East Sac Raiders over the St. Mary's Panthers. And that's the end of the boys' game there. We'll step aside for 1 minute. We'll come back and we'll recap the boys' game. You're watching Panther basketball on FDS.
You may think shopping locally is more expensive, but have you ever compared prices? Oftentimes you can find just as competitive or better price points by shopping at a local store. Snooks Carpet and Furniture of Sioux Rapids has everyday competitive pricing. Shop local in the new year for all your flooring, home furnishing, furniture, and just-in modern bedroom sets from Malou.
The original Snooks Carpet and Furniture in Sioux Rapids. On your way anyway. Visit us on Facebook or at snooks1.com.
Tonight is a special night.
Fuller Digital Solutions is proud to provide this video streaming coverage, and we hope you are enjoying the broadcast. Chances are, many others are enjoying it right along with you. If you have a business, you could be delivering your message just like I am to you this very minute. Please contact us for sponsorship opportunities by emailing fullerdigitalsolutions@gmail.com. Again, that's fullerdigitalsolutions@gmail.com. Thank you for joining our broadcast.
Welcome back to East Sac City here, folks. 71-39, the win for the East Sac County Raiders over the St. Mary's Panthers. And a little presentation on the floor. East Sac County Todd Bontrager being congratulated for his 400th career win. They heard him say that he had coached at Wall Lakeview Auburn and now at East Sac. And Coach Bontrager giving a little speech as we speak. So we'll run down some scoring. First for your Panthers, led in scoring by junior big man Bennett Smith with 12. Toby Jones with 6. Mason Lavin with 6. Andrew Getch with 4. Tanner Fiorentino with 4. And Pablo Pasquiel with 4. And Lane Carlson in the starting lineup tonight with 3. For the East Sac County Raiders, led by senior big man UNI football recruit Tyler Schmidt with 32. Sophomore 6'3" Luke Wright with 15, and then a slew of Raiders with 5. Niehaus with 5, Dross with 5, Hogreff with 3, Claire with 3. Murley hit that. Murley, a junior off the bench late, gets some garbage time and a kind of a crowd favorite, and he hit a three-pointer at the buzzer and erupted the crowd, and it carried the crowd's enthusiasm into that Coach Bontrager award presentation. And Caleb Eichhorn with 2. So that's the final tonight, 71-39. East Sac takes the boys game, and St. Mary's Panthers with a dominating 72-37 win in the girls game. So they split the Twin Lakes Conference matchup tonight. FDS and St. Mary's Panthers in action next tomorrow night against GTRA. Grettinger Terrell Roof and Airshire come down to Storm Lake. Me and Cam will be there to bring it to you. I'm Neil Cruz, my bud Cam Cohn on the video. That's a wrap for tonight. Have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow.